All right. This time for sure. Welcome back. We are
Yeah, this time for real, for real.
this time for real, for real. We are back to do the PR podcast for season 12 playoffs. A second time. It's the first time my audio was fucked up. But hopefully this time you can hear my voice as well as Brian's, and we'll be able to hear our fun commentary about these games. Ah,
Yeah, well, we could say that it was artistic decision. We sure do want you guys to actually enjoy hearing Corey's and my
yes.
lovely
I
commentary.
have I have very important insights into these games, so
Yeah,
you'll be able
very
to hear
important.
them. But this was a fun season. I had a lot of fun with it, and we had a really great sets in playoffs. Some major upsets, and it was a lot. It was a good time. It's been a while now, but these games are now kind of fresh in our heads because we just did this 2 days ago. But without further ado, I don't want to do this too much longer, so we're gonna jump right in. We have our first match here in winners round one, Frank versus Tim. Um, Meeting from separate conferences. Frank bringing his trusty Kilowattrel Typhlosion combo with Dragonite Prim here as well. Tim never leaving home without his King Gambit, and let's see, he's got his little Psychic Core with manual Psychic Terrain, and Rabambi's here, which is cool. But yeah, we'll let these play. We talked about it. Frank leading Kilowattrel as he often has done.
Yeah, and we do see Tim leading what looks to be Psy Spam Core. Could be going for a Trick Room early, which
Yep.
has been a decent call out to Frank most of the season for a lot of people. But
Yeah,
even so, you still have to deal with that Metagross as two Psychic Mons, and that's pretty scary.
it is. It's very scary, and so these expanding forces, even in terrain here, um, I think,
Doing 14%
yeah,
is crazy.
yeah, going for that light screen there instead of the expanding force to pick off the bird. I'm not sure, but I guess you get in a good position, get Gambit in under Trick Room, which lets you kind of go crazy for a couple turns. Double protect away for Trick Room to end is a good call by Frank. Looking at this King Gambit, I'm not sure what you can do
What the
against
team
it.
does to it yet. Yeah.
Bringing in your Intimidator on the Defiant Mon, maybe not the best choice.
Yeah, maybe just forgetting it's Defiant, thinking it could be Supreme.
That's true. And noted singles player, not a doubles person. Frank may have forgotten about Defiant. Thought he was reasonable. But we're back in the room. Frank
And
not
a very
taking
nice
care of
Terra
his
Fairy
Reuniclus.
to survive that low kick.
Oh yeah. And now, what do you do against this Terra Fairy guy?
Yeah, it turns out once Metagross is down, there's not a lot on the team that can cover that.
Yeah. And so we see Kotal from +1 Gambit do 38 to the Typhlosion, revealing that, or to the Dragonite, revealing that it is multi-scale, um, which a little uncommon in doubles. Usually people opt for inner focus to avoid fakeouts, but like we said, there's a lot of psychic terrain in playoffs. Not a whole lot of fake out pressure, right? Adam's on a different side of bracket, so you don't have to worry about Incineroar too much. And so I kind of get it.
Yeah, I'm a fan
still
of
extremely
multi-scale.
strong. But Tim kind of cleaning up there, only having to bring in, like half of his team really. Reuniclus really puts him on his back. And so
And the offensive combination of Abomasnow and King Gambit is very hard for that team to deal with, I feel like.
That's true. Yeah, like what are your
weaknesses?
Well, yeah, Prim looks okay into that combo, I guess. But Prim really doesn't want to take Iron Heads.
No. It's really just Prim.
Yep. Here we see
start off game
Moonblast.
2, we see a massive Moonblast kill.
So
just
it
delete
shows us
that
that
crook.
this Rabambi is definitely offensive. Here to kill people, not to.
Yeah, and wouldn't really have a whole lot of synergy hitting sticky webs, anyways. On this
No,
team.
not really, especially since you're trick rooming. Yeah.
Ooh, but the Psychic Fang is just taking out that Reflect, so kind of a waste of a turn there.
Yeah. Also, I guess we do notice here, Wait, no, never mind. The reflect is on it's on this guy. I thought this guy was screened. We
That is the
do
prankster.
no, we do learn eventually that
Oh yeah,
Tim
yeah,
at
you're
one
right.
point learned in playoffs that he forgot to put Prankster on his neon stick. I thought
The
that
fact
was
we're
okay.
still forgetting that now is funny. It's
Yeah.
because it's just so fast.
It's yeah. And so it typically does. We have to go first even aside. Renix was getting a lucky para there on the Metagross
Oh yeah.
Thunderbolt, which now.
And I'm a little disappointed at that Terra Blast damage. Couldn't tell you why. Maybe that King Gambit's just
44 to
built
Gambit. I mean,
different.
they're not boosted. It's not banded.
Yeah.
So I think that's
Yeah, it's
fine.
not bad. That's a good one.
Explosion being a fat sucker punch there really kind of pins down that guy.
Yeah, now we're
Gambit
down
just
to
kinda
a 1v3
going
that you don't
crazy
really
here.
win.
No, that Thunderbolt did so much damage. Adding the para on top of it. Not that Hyper Voice
Actually,
was,
that's a pretty important para there, actually.
was it?
Yeah, the Hyper Voice boost just came in afterwards, so it could have cleaned up both of them.
Well, no,
which
because
would've won me
the
one.
Hyper Voice was only doing 16 before the third spray to.
Oh,
it
whoops,
was,
yeah,
it
yeah,
was
sorry,
that
yeah, no,
forever.
Yeah, no, it was
So expertly piloted by Tim, really showing that.
yeah, a clean, strong start to playoffs for two teams. For Tim, who I think this was his first time making playoffs.
It was his first playoffs in Sapa history. He's showing that he belongs here.
Taking out our DP champion.
Yeah, taking out our DPP Pro League champion, knocking him into losers anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our other winners round one, because we had kind of a small round one into round two. We have Adam versus Chris, matchup of good friends.
Good friends and very, very.
Yes, we see
I'll
a lot
say-
of VGC staples here. We got Dozo
Thank you.
Geary
Yeah.
on the Chris side. It's been his.
These are friend core teams right here.
Yeah,
Like, if you were to ask me which player had which, 100
You
out of 100
would know
times,
me,
Chris
yeah.
has Dozo Geary and Adam has Incineroar.
Yeah, so Incineroar Mungus being very strong, VGC Mons, Backbones, and then matching it with strong offensive pressure in Terra Water, Rackwooded, and Dragapult. Adam's team has very good foundations. Chris has kind of fallen into this basic archetype that he really likes, kind of fat dudes that can do chip and screen support with Ninetales into weaken the opponent's team and try to clean up with Dozo. And so it looks like
You
he's
practically said every single Chris match, yeah.
Yeah, that's he found a strategy that he likes and he kept with it. So.
And I really don't blame him because going into playoffs, you're the one that people have to be ready for.
It's true,
I
yeah.
don't know how many times I heard people say, "Wow, I gotta have Dozo prep."
Yeah, so you have to have something to deal with it, otherwise, it's dangerous. Here we see a big helping hand Aura Sphere to clean up Incineroar. Very rare. You never see Incineroar die in one hit.
I want to post that clip in like a VGC chat
Yeah,
somewhere and just see people's
retweet
responses.
to scare a VGC player. Unfortunately, knockoff there into no item plus probably wants to use its item anyway.
Rackner hitting a 42% liquidation behind Veil is
Behind
impressive.
Veil, yeah.
Saying I think Chris needs to
Behind
very
Veil
much
with
prioritize
the
killing that.
defense boost from.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
From Snow, yeah. We see the meter beam heading that direction, but
Really
not
doesn't do a
really
whole lot.
Bronzong's specialty, so it doesn't quite get kill like the kill on the 132 Spadef.
Yeah,
over there.
there's plenty of tech, but the +1 boost from the power or from the meteor beam allows him to pick up that KO with Psy Noise. And so it's looking kind of bad for Adam, down to 3 Mons, 3-4 now. Loses his Spectacles, still 3 turns in Veil.
I mean, you're obviously a little disappointed that knockoff doesn't kill there if you're our good friend Chris, but
yeah.
Luckily Tatsugiri can clean that up.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm kind of staring down the face of Amoonguss here, and I'm a little bit scared.
Yeah, you got these 2 fat guys here. Now Ninetales is asleep. It's not obvious how Chris can get out of this. I mean, the basic idea is he wants to stay at Dozo in and start spamming EQ or order ups to break through these guys. He's not bringing in Dozo. But we
No.
see also Amoonguss has clear smog, so you really don't get to keep those boosts for more than a turn. You're not going to kill Amoonguss in one hit.
Exactly, and I was actually kind of, I remember in the original PR when we did this, I was kind of hating on Chris not bringing in Dondozo early, but Adam spamming Clear Smog does actually make it a really hard, he doesn't have the opportunity to switch it in, because if he switches it in and loses all those
Yeah,
boosts,
Amoonguss
now,
just
what
come
has he
in
done?
for free and Clear Smog him away, and all of a sudden now you just have one fish.
Doing
and,
that.
And you can't switch out, yeah.
Doing absolutely nothing, exploding the grass knot. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
kind of like Adam put him in a little bit of a checkmate at the end there.
Yeah, and so you just couldn't break through these guys. And I really like the protect there to preserve your slow king. So when you take down the Dozo, you have two things that can kill Tatsu. It's a mix and choose. So that was a really good call from Adam there in the end game. That protect mattered a lot. I think if he didn't protect there, he lost. Yeah.
Yeah, straight up.
But I do want to shout out this slow king that Adam brought. It is a very offensive slow king. Like I'm sure he did calcs maybe on those grass knots specifically for Dozo. But like those sludge bombs, they're not bouncing off. Like those are doing real damage. So he did not come to be bulky. He came to kill people.
Yeah, Chris needs to reevaluate how he's actually going to take that thing down. It's very threatening to his main sweepers, I'll say.
Yeah.
Like, sure, he doesn't care about it if Muck and Bronzong are on the field, but you still have to respect the Trick Room and the Spore and all the other shenanigans that can come out
it
from the
looks
rest
like
of his team.
this is the exact same opening turn that we saw in game 1, except now we got Paraquinid as poison.
Yeah, except Incineroar lives, and I think that's pretty big.
Incineroar lives well as game 2, right? I guess, Adam was reading the Aura Sphere, like, in game 1, so he brought in his Ghost type. Chris, not wanting to be predictable, he brings in his Ninetales, so he doesn't go for it, and so good adaptations on, I'd say, both sides.
Yeah.
But 30 41.
We say goodbye to Dragapult early, which is, is what it is.
Yeah, it's tough to lose like your specs guy. He's gonna do a lot of damage, but Olucha's here. Here we see an unfortunate
is still here too because of that missed meteor beam.
Yeah, which
sucks
because that would have dropped a Rapidated.
Yeah. Now instead it's they pick them off, right? Boom boom.
Yeah. Now all of a sudden it's looking real bad. And it's like you can't.
Unironically, I wonder if that's where you send in your Dozogiri.
Again, you could. Maybe you get a couple kills, but Amoonguss is at 100%, and so Dozo cannot win.
And then you get intimidated. Most likely, we assume, right?
Right. Yeah. You have Incineroar to lower your attack. You have Amoonguss to clear all your stats.
It's a very very hard matchup for.
Yeah. No, honestly, this is one of the worst matchups that Chris could see.
And on top of that, with Dozo not being able to Terra in our format here.
Right. Yeah. So you can't even Terra away from your water type. Here we see Terra Bird on Slow King to dodge the ground moves, which is neat.
I feel like that's just an extra little check mark into how tough this is now for our poor Dozo friend who is getting absolutely brutalized without his buddy.
That grass not being a 2-hit KO is definitely something to add in calc.
So good game prep from Adam comes in.
Yeah.
Shows VGC Cat and mostly VGC Mushroom.
Yeah. Yeah, this was really the Amoonguss Slow King show. And Araquanid, just doing tons of damage throughout the game. But moving along,
a nice starting point for our friend.
Yeah. Moving along in winners, our first winners round 2 match that we're going to look at is the undefeated first seed Matt with his Trick Room Side Spam Bear team versus Tim coming fresh off of a clean 2-0 from Frank.
Yeah, this one's exciting.
Yeah, this is a good match to see. Matt and Tim spent a lot of time in Discord building teams together, so they know a little bit about how each other play. So maybe that's going to come into play here.
Starting off, we see an interesting Pollen Puff coming out from
a lot of damage. That's a 2-hit KO this Superior.
And I think it's extra funny that Rotom Wash, supposedly one of the scariest mons for this team to face, is still relatively healthy after that citrus, forcing Matt to go Terra Grass right there.
But now this looks really scary. But had his bear in burned, electing to switch out instead of staying in and wreaking havoc as a bear.
Yeah. It's an interesting decision, obviously.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with it. I guess you want your psychic terrain up. I get it. But you did lose your armor because of it.
Yeah, looking at like the back here, like I'm seeing King Gambit, I'm seeing Abomasnow. Like I'd like to have that.
Yeah.
You could argue, oh, but the bear could take care of it, but he's always on that timer.
Matt turning off the trick room.
It's pretty funny. You don't see that every day.
No, you certainly don't.
Yeah, the two mons that are out there didn't really provide a lot of pressure, so sacking Superior early here to get back to momentum, but losing a little bit of pressure to that. Now King Gambit kind of getting out of control a bit.
Yeah, it's a +2. It's very scary. Bringing in the duck to force the Terra is good, but now that it's Terra Fairy, what do you do?
Exactly. Yeah, now you have to
thing's going to kill
hope
you.
that you make out the right play here, but we see Fake Out coming out.
Gambit is faster than this bear. And it has Sucker Punch and it just wiped it out. Vandyport's going to kill there because the Meow Stick is very fast. And all of a sudden, the game's over. So Tim going up a game versus Matt here. So
very nice to see.
Incredible, yeah. Tim showing incredible mastery of this team, and Matt a little bit on fraud botch. So we go into game 2.
He's talking about Legoat like that. How could he?
We'll get to my fraud watches. It's fine.
We're getting right to the side spam core to start.
Yeah, just leading your psychic, your side spam guys, just trying to rip holes early. I like it. I respect it.
It's strong, and now all of them.
But now there's every psychic type is on the field. And now it's Tim's turn to press Expanding Force a lot, and Superior just gets sacked immediately.
Yeah, you honestly hate to see this.
Yeah, I hate to see it.
Just like he's useless, but come on.
Yeah. No, yeah, looking at Tim's team, it's like, what does Superior do?
And we get a big crunch here, coming in from Thomas Foolery, MD.
Yeah, Dr. Thomas Foolery. Double switch out from Matt.
I never really realized how much Matt double switched this set.
Yeah, he's trying to get positioning. Oh my god, even more doubles. There for the Sucker Punch, I respect. Or to get the terrain up,
Little B.
Sucker Punches and power up Expanding Force. But I think you're gonna die here, yeah. But you do get one more.
With the DD alive, like at least you have one more redirection on something, which is nice.
Yeah.
Or arguably, you just go for the kill.
Yeah.
Like it's an Abomasnow. It's no defensive monster out there.
Right. But like Reliclipse is here. Can Reliclipse do it by himself? Maybe.
I believe him.
Trick Room goes up. Trick Room goes
he can
off.
unset the Trick Room.
And so Matt being there, knowing he doesn't want to be in Trick Room versus this Reliclipse.
Yeah,
now
exactly.
He's in a pretty decent spot. Dog can mitigate the damage from Reliclipse. And I think with the bear in the back, this is Matt's got kind of locked here.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do with only one mod. Like if you had that Rotom alive somehow, then maybe there's like a play out, right? Because then they have to respect the hydro pumps and all that.
Yeah. Unfortunate focus blast miss, but I don't think it really matters at this point. Even with Reflect, this facade is going to kill.
Delete. Yep. Oh man, that bear needs to do work. Like,
yeah, that's
the
thing. Like the bear really didn't do anything in game 1. It really didn't do a whole lot this game. Like I know positioning wise, it's hard to get it going. But
especially to a team that has someone slower than it.
Yeah, that's true. Him seems like this weird mix of being faster than the bear or being slower than the bear in his room, and it's like really hard for it to get splitting. Going into game 3, Winner's survival on the line. We see similar leads.
And we see a similar just
similar.
Holland Pup just slamming things.
Yeah. Get your light screen up to mitigate some damage, but unfortunately Ravambi is too soft to live. But now Jelly Joe is here.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm getting a little deja vu right now, but instead Matt just protects his Armourouge.
Yep.
Which is like really, that's the perfect play there if you're trying to stall out some expanding forces.
Yep.
Nice.
Tim also choosing to bring in his Dark type. And Matt
wow.
procking the Defiant. So
you don't want to see that.
Yeah, and then getting a player off and getting another stat drop for another Defiant boost, and all of a sudden King Gambit's +3.
Oop,
Dog eats a fat Focus Blast. But turns out Gambit just has to leave because
yeah, it's actually really slow and kind of in danger right now.
Yeah, because if you Terra, you get Expanding Force, even though you live with CC, so it really checked there, so it had to switch out. And good on Tim for being aware enough to do that, because a lot of people, when they get these, boosts, right, if they ever set up them on, they're like,
they
well,
think, oh, I have to
stay in
and
keep fighting instead of switching out and coming back to fight another day. Like, you can
and even just like having all those boosts, right, let Reuniclus stay kind of out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
And cause 1 bajillion damage to be thrown.
It's true. It does force Matt to respond to it. So going into the end game here, we got Bear and DD, which is pretty good pair for Matt to have in Blast too. But Rotom's here.
The difference here is Rotom's at full HP. Yeah.
Rotom's at full HP. That Facade did 27.
Oh, the Bear doesn't have any. Oh no, he's not burned yet.
Yeah, he didn't have his guts boost.
Perhaps maybe forgetting that Facade or that Reflect would go up and mitigate that.
Oh no, and Facading into the Protect. This is wrapped. Bear
I do think it's funny that we're still just Thunderbolting that, because you do just kind of checkmate the Bear.
Yeah, Bear will die eventually here.
There's the one.
Yep.
And there's the two.
Like
it's nothing you can do.
And so incredible upset here in Winners Round 2. The first seed, the undefeated team here, goes down in the first round of playoffs into losers.
Yeah.
And so incredible performance by Tim. Proving that he can hang with the best of them. A little bit of a reality check for Matt that he needs to maybe lock in a little more.
Saying exactly what I wanted to say.
Yeah. So, moving on, we have another matchup of what, 3 and 5, something.
Nope. This would be the 4 and 5 seeds.
4 and 5. I can't count.
Saying on that upper side of bracket, the winner of this match would go on to play Tim.
Right. Yes. Correct. We have JT versus David. JT bringing a team of just absolute JT friend mons. No one else.
Can I call them goobers? I'm gonna call them goobers.
They're pretty gooberish. Like no one other than
guys.
JT is going to love people like Scoville, Bombardier, and Tinkaton.
All Tinkaton fans are about to throw comments. I can feel it.
JT also has a long history with Excalibur at one of the season.
Yep. Very much a strong mod to build a team around constantly in Gen 9.
And I will say, as much shit as I give Bombardier, I've never seen anyone make Bombardier look as good as JT has made Bombardier look this season. He's made it look like a real Pokemon, which is pretty impressive. David, known psychic terrain hater.
Don't look at that first mod. Look away.
So we saw one side spam team with a Bear. Now we see the other one. So we've got Volcarona to do redirection or maybe offensive. Boros here, Intimidator, maybe some physical offense. Malamar is here. I will not say anything nice about Malamar. Sorry.
No, me neither. And I'm a known Malamar fan. I can't even say anything today. But I will say this, going in the beginning of the season, this team was modeled after Matt's team, effectively saying, wow, that team looks so good in the draft. Let's make it again.
Yeah.
And now, I'm pretty sure this match got played. I don't know if it got played after Matt Tim, but even so, like seeing how Matt's team just fell, as David, I'd be feeling a little bit pressured. Like, whoa,
yeah,
maybe I gotta think a little bit. Like, is that gonna happen to me? But starting off this game with a quick 2 rock slides for basically no
Yeah,
damage.
flying type, bug type over there, pretty free rock slides. If the damage coming out of that cow was not indication enough, it is definitely banded. Um,
We see the strangest move in the entirety of playoffs: a lunging Malamar.
Lunging Malamar doing
into Snow
very-
Villain.
Yeah. And we see Malamar is wearing the signature vest. The bear running the fake vest, which is psychic, presumably so it can run protect.
I actually like that quite a lot.
Yeah.
Both, I know it's not super common, but
Yeah.
you know,
Bear goes down pretty
we're
quickly.
not playing in a normal format. We're playing in a draft format. Having
Yeah,
your broken guy just be able to do whatever it wants at all times. It's pretty good.
it is. So here we see Big Schmoke getting to burn Baxcalibur because of neutralizing gas. Dies
Very
to
cool
a big
interaction.
gigaton hammer, and we learn that
Well,
Baxcalibur he gets
all
cured
that-
as soon as he gets his ability back. So a lot of
all that
will-o-wisp
technology and
for no
time
real
wasting
reason.
for nothing. Yeah.
And so can the 14% Toros win? No. And so JT taking game
Spoiler.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty handily after
After a pretty rough
going
opening,
down 4-0.
yeah.
Yeah, or going down 2 bonds like immediately.
Yeah.
No payoff. Impressive.
So we'll see how do we play. JT usually tries to identify what he has to lead, and then kind of sticks with it. But he does change it up here and opens up with Gallade, hoping to get some big damage early on.
Yeah, hoping to just not get spammed by Rock Slide over and over again.
Yeah. Switching a Psychic Weak out Pokemon out into a Psychic Weak Pokemon versus the Psychic type, questionable.
Very questionable. I remember being pretty confused by that play at the time.
I guess sacking the Weezing. We see Struggle Bug on Volbeat. JT electing to always wanting to have an attacking move on his support bug.
I'm laughing not at the fact that I think he's right on that matter. I'm just laughing at the fact that he's in the comments that same turn, just yapping about
Even
it.
quad weak that did nothing. Well, yeah, you're a Volbeat.
You're a Volbeat.
You know what this
Show
Malamar is running. Like, David has a long love affair with the Assault Vest.
Vest in any form.
Yeah,
But-
and so we see Struggle Bug boosting the special attack of Malamar, which is funny.
Yeah, funny
Volbeat-
but unfortunately not relevant.
Yeah, Volbeat living that wave crash, probably because of that player up attack drop for sure.
100%. Yeah, really,
which is,
really important.
It's very fortunate for JT, unlucky for David. But here we see Struggle Bug actually being good. I don't know how I feel about that Tailwind there, because that allows the bug to live and get JT get his Tailwind up again.
Right.
So I think you should have just killed the bug there and then Tailwind this turn.
Yeah, I could see that line of play.
Um,
I'm for either. I definitely wasn't thinking about that at the time.
No, and in
Like,
the
you're
heat of the
always-
moment, I probably would have made a similar play, maybe. Energy Ball, Bear
Wow, this is
living.
a tough spot for
Yeah, see, here we see
JT, or for
Protect come out.
David, yeah, Mass Protect.
I don't know if that crit mattered. I want to say no.
Probably not.
But all of a sudden, Bear's at 1 HP.
And I'm looking to just hit Rock Slide here. I
Yeah,
don't know about you.
yeah. I think Rock Slide's pretty free there. Even though the Terra Fairy was pretty obvious. Oh no.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you cover that with a nice. I'm looking at this, forgetting that I remember commentating how much I hated this turn from JT.
Yeah.
I'm just commentating exactly what
Yeah,
I
I
would
think
have
you
done.
just Rock Slide. If you just Rock Slid there, like
And hit Icicle Crash, it was
that's
over.
it. That's a 2-0. Yeah.
Yeah,
So JT
but,
saying he made an oops team, forgot the Terra. Happens. Playoffs. And so David moving on to the winners round 3. JT dropping.
No.
Oh no, that's game 2. That's game 2. Never mind. I lied.
Yeah, that was
don't
a
know. We
very.
don't know yet. Now it's game 3.
We have no idea who moves on. Trust.
Nuh-uh.
We definitely haven't already played playoffs. But
Nope.
that being said, David kind of realizing that maybe his Weezing should be on the field first if he wants to do stuff with it, you know?
Yeah, maybe seeing this Tailwind go slow, because no
Pretty funny.
prankster is funny. No stab on Rock Slide from this bird. Also funny.
Yeah, forcing it to go for a Brave Bird.
Yeah.
But, now losing it. So a little bit of a, if there wants to be some expanding force plays later, they've opened up.
Somehow we're not doing a whole lot to the French.
Ooh, and Volby going down early too.
Yeah,
So JT down
Volby's
a
gone,
mod
so now you don't have Tailwind or Encore support. But JT was trying to break some holes early with Excalibur here. But with a 100% wheezing, like, kind of scary to start setting up with backs. What do you do? Good protect
starting
there.
off with a good, yeah, great. Honestly, a great protect and pivot out,
And
right?
bring in
Now
your
you can
fairy
range fire,
type,
forcing-
yeah. The
forcing,
backs can bring
you know-
take down Volks, so both of their support bugs are dead. But now the
Ooh,
room
we
is
get
up and
Trick
Bear
Room
gets
up.
thrown
Oh,
in.
wow. Hi, Bear.
Helping hand hyper voice. Oh, Earth Power. I like to ignore the +1 threat.
I still don't get this play. Just ISO crouch the Bear, it's over.
Yeah, yeah. Why do we glaive rush? It's weak. Like, I know not wanting to miss. I get it. I do.
I get it.
But sometimes you just gotta kill.
Yeah, if
now
you're
you're
willing to let
blood
your
mooned and you're
Excalibur,
dead. And
yeah, if you're already willing to let your Excalibur get Blood Moon, you might as well go for the Slow Crash. But coming in the end game here, we have a good protect, which the vest would not have allowed. So
yeah,
good use of
yeah.
the
So
vest
having
there.
this protect option has been really, really good.
I don't respect Gigaton Hammer enough.
It's a strong move. It's like what,
Such a good
150 base power.
Yeah.
And a rock slide there cleans it up.
Yeah, having hope for a miss, but does not get it.
Does not get it.
Taurus moves on.
Yeah. So David going into winners round 3. JT dropping the losers. And we move on, and we got to see me play for first time.
Ooh, yeah.
So I'm playing Adam, the winner of his round 1. So looking at my team, it's all the main guys from the main season. We got my bridge, we got my bug, we got my cube woman, we got Kim.
Sure do.
Braylum here to run the same set that Braylum has run all season.
The entire season.
And Mammal Swine's here to be some type of physical offense outside of Braylum's trying to balance it a little bit. And Memo's good, good knockoff, ground ice coverage is very good. But yeah, looking at
I like the team a lot into Adam's team, so just
looking at the matchup, Archaladon looks extremely strong. Not much outside of maybe Hawlucha can directly threaten it. And since I'm so physically defensive, even Hawlucha without like an SP can't do too much. And we'll see that Arch actually can go the CC from unboosted Hawlucha, which will come into play. But here I take advantage of the fact that I can put Hawlucha to bed for free with Tailwind and Spore. I love dynamic speed mechanics.
And we see the first Encore versus Adam in the playoffs so far.
Yep.
You can't be protecting against Volby Illumise. They're just gonna get you.
Yeah. And so in this turn here, Moon just has to protect or switch out. The Slow King just pressed Trick Room, and so my bug can threaten Encore into that slot, so I press it to keep him honest. And I can just continue boosting with my bridge.
Yeah, right now it looks pretty difficult for Adam to stop without sacking somebody here.
Yeah. Taking out my bridge, does stall a turn. However, it does
looking
give
at
me
the two guys that are here, they're not going to do a whole lot.
Yeah, this bridge is not threatened at all. Liquidation from Water Bubble doing nothing.
In the rain, by the way, we don't talk about that.
True. And
That's
so
one
I'm
of the
free to
most
just
liquidations in the game, and it did 22%.
Yeah, so I'm just free to keep blasting here. Rain is gone, which is a bummer. But my bridge, it goes to bed. Who cares? Nothing is threatening it. Two Woman getting a lucky freeze, but I believe he falls instantly. So not a big deal. I get a pretty early wake up, which is nice. But again, even if I had to wait a turn, there's really nothing going on. My bridge was in jeopardy. Crit probably didn't matter. Um,
Yeah, I know we definitely. Yeah, good call there. I know we definitely talked about the crit mattering in game one, whether or not it did. Obviously, you're in a commanding enough position for it not to matter,
yeah,
but I do think that Dragon Bolt does have that raw power to break through the bridge at that
yeah.
percent.
We know it's specs, right? Because we watched the Adam
Yep.
set. So specs, Terra
Terra
Dragon.
Dragon, you know, it's
It
going
probably
all
does.
out.
It probably does kill. So here it's just a matter of me breaking down this slow game.
Yep. Let's see.
So now this one comes in. I press Fake Tears again, which is funny because I don't really have anything else that I want to press.
Yeah, nothing else you could actually even do.
But
Right?
it's setting up Sylveon so it can
Yeah.
blast and kill for sure.
You're such a huge brain for that, you know.
What's it? It's optimal.
Let's see if the optimization continues in game two.
Yeah,
or
so
if
game
Adam
two
has
comes
a little
in.
bit more to say about it.
The bridge really just put in so much work in game one. So I like to lead the same lead because really not any reason not to.
Right.
He protects this time, which is a good adaptation, so I don't get to put him to bed. But I'm just gonna protect for again.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing he can do. There's no ally switch. You know, he's got somebody in that slot's gonna have to go to bed.
Yeah. So my my bug goes to bed, which is a bummer because now my support is out of commission. But I got my rain up, so I just elect to get my bridge in to start bridging.
Yep.
Adam makes a good call out bringing in Hawlucha, but me, I did a quick calc. I live this, and
yeah,
so
you got the knowledge at this point that
and so I elect to basically stack my Archaladon to kill Hawlucha, who could present a problem later on to the rest of my team.
Well, Mamoswine, Breloom, Eloise all don't want to see that.
Yeah. Now Two Woman is here to do decent damage. Terra Fly, but I'm going for the dark move, so I get to knock off his berry. He wakes up, which is good for him. Did a lot of damage.
Okay. It's staying in there sleeping.
Yeah.
It's wasted a lot of time.
So Memo gets a kill on one of the fat guys, so that's pretty good. And now Tim is here to start yelling at people. And since Slowking is no longer a poison type, this is a lot easier to do. Grass not doing nothing because I'm very invested. And now I'm yelling. Is liquidation kill? Nope.
It should have. I'm gonna be real with you. I wish it. I feel like it should have.
Nope. That's Tim. He would never let me down.
Exactly.
He's here to yell. Incineroar here. Do I double protect? Maybe. I sure do. You will not be faking me out. And he reveals Wide Guard, which I wasn't really thinking about.
Yeah, unfortunate tech that came out of turn too early.
Yeah. But I do have answers to it in Terra Blast, Terra Fairy. And now that I'm +2, Two Woman is going to clean up.
Two Woman, ever since it hit the field, was extremely threatening the entire time.
Yeah, for sure. It was really hard for Adam's team to deal with it, right? Because the grass knots were just looking and just not getting it done.
Right.
And his physical attackers were really, Araquanid has the liquidation if I resist. So. Yeah, I felt pretty.
Think about bringing in Incineroar before you cause issues, right?
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
A lot of trouble.
And so I matched up pretty well into Adam's team, and so I think the set showed that. But moving on, now we have your set in Winners Round 2.
Yeah, final set of Winners Round 2.
Yeah, you versus Paul. So Hall bringing a ridiculous Sun team.
Yep, you say it.
Bruxish is here to annoy people with Dazzling, prevent priority moves. Avalug's here.
Avalug's here. This is a Sun team featuring an Avalug.
Yeah. And so
I got no words for that. I'm happy to see it here.
Yeah. I'm sure.
I know my team doesn't look much better. I mean, look at that. There's a Grumpig here.
Yeah, you're sporting two free agency pickups right before playoffs in in Jump Bluff and Grumpig, 2 months that are like,
Exactly.
wow, I'm fighting a Sun team early. Maybe I want to have something to deal with that.
Yeah, maybe I want to deal with, being able to actually live a hit from Charizard at all, ever.
Real.
So yeah, that's why they showed up. Also, just turns out Jump Bluff is just kind of really nice. Like, I mean, there's a reason it was used for so long in VGC.
Yeah.
All the support moves you could want.
Yeah, it's good support. It's fast, especially in Sun.
So I lead it. I
Yeah,
want the
here.
support. I want to scout some moves here.
Yep.
But I find out right away that is a Scarf Charizard and a Safety Goggles Clef.
Scarf
And that's,
Zard, Safety Goggles.
Write that down.
Yep. Moonblast
Very
getting a special
unusual
attack
picks.
drop.
Very much Hall's answer to what
Yeah.
he saw me pick up in free agency, and I respect that.
Yeah. Yeah, and so these guys are both pretty good into Zard Clef. Once you Terra Fire
Yeah,
away
it's
your.
a pretty free Clangorious Soul here, I'd say.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Especially because, with the Terror, I'm not dying to anything right now.
Oh no, yeah, nothing from them. And Clanging Scales is a spread move, which I feel like a lot of people forget.
And, like, certainly it's, not something you want to be hitting in Clefable, but...
No, but I
Clefable's
mean, you
not
get to
able to
kill the
protect
thing
its
next to
partner.
Clefable, which is pretty good.
Exactly, and that's definitely not the worst way to live your life. You see Heal Block on Torkoal, which is funny. A little bit of an interesting play here. We get a Helping Hand Air Slash into the other guy.
Yeah, I don't know what Hall was thinking there. This is Como.
I'm not
He's
sure.
at +1/+1/+2. Like, maybe you want to deal with that. I don't know. But a good
Obviously,
Leaf Blade on the protect call out.
Yeah, good play on that turn for sure.
Yeah. But here we
Finding
see Paul expecting to be faster than your FOMO because of Chlorophyll, but you get the Tailwind up to be faster, so you dodge the unfortunate Encore attack.
Yeah, I was actually like really happy when I made that play because I'm like, I know he could be expecting it, but he doesn't have like if he makes the play he did, I'm in a great spot, and if he makes like a better play, I'm still in an okay spot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it was nice that it worked out that way.
Yeah. And so Como really cleaned up there, kind of hit the field and just started blasting.
Come on, every day. I miss you. He should be.
give this man his Z crystal back.
Give this
He
man his
needs
Omni
it.
boosts. But we go to game 2.
Go to game 2. The leads are different. Avalog and the Fish are here.
2 guys that didn't really get to play too much game 1, I'll say.
Yeah.
And I let over Quill because, obviously I don't want to deal with that pink blob over there. So
Real.
I figured I might as well try and set the tone early on that.
Mm-hmm. That was
And
the
then,
Icicle Spear come out from Avalog, revealing
Yeah, see,
probably
looks
loaded
like loaded
dice.
dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Freeman.
Hall doesn't really have a poison resist on this team, so I felt pretty good just.
Yeah,
spamming
you can just kind of
Gunshot.
gunk for free. Do big
Which was
chips.
nice.
But now Heatwave is going to come out and is going
Correct.
to be goodbye to Overquill.
Yeah, something has to die to
Something's
that.
gotta
It's
die
unfortunate.
there, yeah. But now you get your really fast jump up in there to put Charizard to bed.
Yeah, it's nice.
And now
There's
you
no
get
way
to
out,
keep
man.
yelling.
It's-
The table goes down.
No matter who you send in, someone's getting yelled at.
Yep.
People are dying.
Yeah, Tailwind here for good measure.
And a wake up there would have been pretty nasty. The Heat
Yeah,
wave,
that's
could've
true.
had
Wake up
for
there
sure
would have changed things a lot. Encore into life too. So after this berry is eaten, you're gonna actually be able to start making progress. That doesn't kill, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, shoutouts like really weirdly EV'd horse.
Yeah.
But I do wonder if the Terra Fire or the Eruption was that turn, that could have been a couple guys down and things could have changed.
Maybe. Yeah.
So,
Acrobatics
instead we
13.
have a sleeping no sun Torkoal and locked into life Ducal Fable.
Yeah.
It's just not where you want to be.
Nuh-uh.
Bruxer's here could, maybe attempts to change the tide here. It has Trick Room.
Mhm.
We don't know that, but I know that.
Yeah.
I know what this thing can do. And when you got Torkoal and Avalon on a team, it's certainly something you have to think about.
For sure.
But instead, just too scared of the horse and going for psychic things leads to an opportunity here for me to just kind of kill things.
Yeah.
But shoutouts Kamo without any boost doing like literally no damage.
Yeah.
So that's cute.
Funny.
But won't be enough to save him. So we move on to the game. We move on to set.
Yeah, the next set. That was a
This is you.
Swift 2-0. Pretty commanding. It's all in all, very bad matchup for Hall's team to deal with.
Yeah. Hall's been on this little bit of a lose to Brian and then go crazy kind of kick. So
Yeah,
I think he maybe wanted it even.
Yeah, he needed the power up.
After all the pocket tournaments we've been
Right.
doing, you know, it's all the same.
Yeah, so now we're winners round 3.
Yeah, winners.
We got Tim, who's on a tear right now, versus David, who took the dub over JP. So can Tim keep the momentum going? And
yeah, do we see a second bear go down to?
yeah, can he slay more bears, more psychic terrain?
You know, I think David has terrored his Volcarona almost every single game, turn 1, if it's been on the field.
Makes sense.
Very.
He will want to be a fairy type. I get it.
Exactly. Put Clefable to shame.
Yeah.
But unlike other games, we see quite a healthy lead now for David's side when Rabambi goes down. So
Yeah, Rabambi's down. Volcarona ate its berry, but other than that, it's living.
Yeah, and then a tough burn there on King. Yeah, but we find out
it's
it's Lum.
Risking the other burn on Flame Body, but kept lucky. And so here King Gambit, you can't sit and eat another burn. But
yeah, I think you need to get out there.
That's really bad.
Like, I don't even care if you go to your Uniclus and you're like, oh no, my magic guard doesn't work. But like, you know, you don't care that you're burned at least. You can keep that chip as long as you need it.
And this
it's
SD
like,
it's too little too late, I think.
Exactly, yeah.
Malamar's in.
Ooh, big crit.
That crit matter?
No, well, I don't know.
Maybe.
We know that the Malamar is, you know, obviously a dark type stab, and Ryoclus isn't your defensive monster, but I don't know. I feel like it can take one. Maybe I'm a little, you know, Gen 5 in my head where Ryoclus is just a monster. But
maybe.
we get a funny freeze here by Obama. You know, 3 more
not
of those.
Not going to be enough, unfortunately. He's going to need like 5 of those.
5 of those and a Slackberry hidden somewhere.
Yeah. And so David was pretty dominant game 1.
Yeah,
kind of just was always
King Gambit just didn't get to do its thing at all, and that's kind of in the defining set is how well is King Gambit able to play the game.
Yeah,
so
it is a very important aspect of Tim's team.
See a nice fake out here. Do we get burned? No, we do not.
No, never punished. Pick him up. Thank force. This is when Tim learned that he's not prankster. So I think he went for psychic terrain there.
Oh my gosh, and it's slower than everything? That's messed up.
Yeah, he's in Trick Room. So that's huge.
That is huge to think about, yeah.
Yeah. And now
but Malamar is taking a lot of names right now, and that's not good.
No,
you don't want to have to be scared of that when you need to actually be scared of the other guy over there.
Mm-hmm. So, just going to be knocking off everything. Collect, not going to save you. SD is extremely
that's no way, right? There's no way that saves you.
Now you're dead here.
Oh, crit too, right through the reflect.
Yeah.
Probably didn't matter.
Probably not.
You do get to fire off a powerful blizzard here if you want to take it.
Yeah, I mean, you spam blizzard for sure, but at this position, it's much you gotta get a million freezes and some ungodly luck.
It's so close.
It's now Mr. President, get down.
But theoretically, if Rabambi lives here, it's like it's not impossible for it to for that game to go the other direction. If Obama still managed to crit that last blizzard even. Because Rabambi's faster than Tauros, kills that, you know, blizzard kills the bear. It's maybe not with this thing being sashed, but yeah, just a lot of just strong knocks from David, just constantly applying pressure with Malamar, which is something that I didn't want to say.
Yeah.
I kind of am saying it.
No one ever wants to give Malamar any credit, and so I won't.
You don't have to. I'll do enough for both of us.
Yeah, so convincing 2-0 from David, showing that he came to playoffs to take names.
He wants the chip.
Yeah.
He wants to not feel denied of what he thinks is rightfully his.
And so,
And
other
so,
side of
speaking
winter
of another
semis,
player,
it's our rematch, all the way from back in week 1, back in
yeah, like
January.
what, like 4 years ago.
Yeah, I know, years ago at this point.
But only a couple days ago to our memories for some reason.
Yep.
So let's get into it.
Yeah. So I lead Mamo, and my bug here to get some.
Yeah, I was a little
strong
surprised
offensive.
at Memo lead, but I was obviously not surprised.
Yeah,
at
I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was just trying to be unpredictable. I got a very lucky flinch there, which
Yeah,
allows
I
me to deny you
missed
kill
jump
in.
fluff. No, jump fluff, you're supposed to do your thing. Instead,
Oh,
you just.
no,
Oh, hold on, wait, you get to do your
never
thing. Yay!
Oh no, you missed.
Oh, it's.
And
It
so I
stinks.
then decide I don't want to deal with that, so I'm going to not let you put
Kill
me to
it.
bed.
Right, yeah.
So I got one turn of Tailwind left. I protect on Water Shuriken, which doesn't come out, I guess. But
Oh,
does.
it didn't even have it.
Oh, no Water Shuriken. Okay.
It had
I got a lucky
it
mitt.
was a,
Lucky
oh, stop!
dodge.
Let me play.
No, nuh-uh.
Oh, where's the Iron Bundle image?
If I miss this,
If I miss this Hydro Pump. Yeah, I do recall building this Greninja in a very funny way, in the very odd chance that I ran to Chris round 1. If he lost to Adam and I lost to Hall, I'd be going up against Dozo.
Right,
Like,
so having the grass
very likely.
coverage. 46 to 2 bloom is pretty respectable considering how Spadef I'm invested and just the natural bulk. So,
but these two are a little slow now.
But yeah, Mammothline has
especially-
just kind of been on the field since the beginning and been wreaking havoc.
Well, luckily for you, you've got the answer over there to fix your team's slow issue.
Yep, now we're going fast. 2 bloom dies for it. But now it's Braylon's time.
Oh, gee, Braylon, hi.
And so I'm gonna put someone to bed. Then I'm out of there.
Respectfully so. Oh, but I wake
and
up.
the early
I
wake.
call the roll.
And
Oh,
the focus
wrong
spots into the bridge. So bridge is really not getting to do
getting
anything.
pressured down.
I'll do a little chip to overquill.
More
Enough
than
to pick up the
he's
kill.
dead.
But that's gonna be all from the bridge. But he did enough.
Yeah, getting a fun end game here.
Braylon's
versus-
here. Mock punch for some reason. I guess because you were going to double me, so I couldn't rely on my focus sash. Right, yeah. So I'm yelling, doing chip. And all of a sudden, it's like, it's real close. Even after all that hacked. Hunter Voice doesn't kill. And then we see funny Mirror Coat.
Mirror coat, mirror coat.
Which
not
doesn't
enough.
pick up the kill. It's funny. Was Power Gem better? Was Power Gem better there? I don't know. I am very Spadef bulky. So
I think
maybe
Mirror
not.
Coat was legitimately the best option.
I think it
there.
was. I think it was too.
Yeah, I'm now remembering. I now remember that turn where you hit Tailwind. I just thought you were like, I was pretty sure you'd hit Tailwind, but on the off chance that you hit Fake Tears and just Hyper Voice, it killed Kamo.
Yeah.
Like, I needed to hope that regardless of what happened, that the mirror coating would just kill Sylvie on
Would
that
kill
turn.
Sylvie.
Yeah,
That was funny.
it's funny. Holy pig.
Holy pig.
Yeah. But we didn't get the kills, so we're moving on to game 2 with an L in our pocket,
Game
and
2.
hopefully a better lead.
Hopefully
But
better.
instead of lead the exact same 2 and just
yeah.
accept my fate, I guess. And you decide to
You
go
put my
all
bug
out.
to bed early. People keep putting my bug to sleep. I don't like it.
Well, stop letting it go to bed.
Oh, yeah.
You have Breloom.
I do.
You can bring it in.
I guess I could have, but I didn't
it's
know.
a pretty brave switch in.
I wake up pretty early, which is nice. Gunk
And then
does
now you're
all
not a fairy type, which
million
is
billion
very nice
damage
for
to
that.
me.
Yeah. So I'm on the back foot because of the early wake up.
Yeah.
Down 2 guys, one of them being my speed control.
Hmm.
But I make a fun read here where I miss a gunk shot.
Yep.
And then that's the read, by the way. The read is that I
The
knew I
read
missed.
is missing the gunk shot. So you pick up a poison.
Yeah.
So.
Then I don't Terra, so that was
And I don't get the.
you know,
What did I
cool,
Oh,
cool
I
read.
was predicting the Terra. Yeah.
Yeah, we had our little back and forth guess there, but no, Grumpig.
Sack the pig. Sleep
Sort of
the
thing.
Quill.
Yeah, that final
What do I
turn
do
of Terra
here?
there was
Do I
very
Mach
nice.
Punch? I think I do.
Yeah.
Which I guess is to secure the high horsepower kill. I don't know.
It's
Well,
just
what else
coverage,
was
right? Like,
what else was I gonna do? I guess.
exactly.
Rain Dance goes
I don't
up,
know.
but I do have Mach Punch. Pick up the kill.
Yeah, our Caldon can thank me later for that rain dance.
Yeah. Yeah. So then I'm like, all right, well, let me lock you into
Hydro
water
Pump,
move.
yeah. Oh, I'm gonna hit this one though. Trust.
Yeah,
Yay!
you did. But
Woo!
now our Chalodon gets to come in and no, you can stop him too, just for good
Gosh,
measure.
that's so sad.
Um,
You know, you could have tailwinded. You could have just let me not miss that.
yeah, I don't
So
know why I
to show the
picked yours.
world that I'm supposed to miss my 80%.
Yeah, I had to give you an option. Good super crit, you don't know.
It would have done decent. It would have done like 30. You know, I'm happy with that.
Yeah. But I move on. Here we are in winners finals, right? Fighting
Woo!
for a guaranteed second or third. Me versus David. We'll see how I do.
Yeah, this is the matchup everyone was expecting to see, except it's the wrong bear team.
The wrong bear team.
But even so, I
I would have
imagine
loved to see the other bear team.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
we could always argue this. Oh, hold on. Let's talk about what you're doing first.
I'm doing real dumb shit. I was like, there's a lot of psychic terrain out there. What if I brought misty terrain to fix that?
So true.
I shouldn't do that, but I did. I got a good read there on the protect to pick off the guy.
Yeah, it's
so,
really nice to see some counterplay to the focus sash.
And so this is where everything starts to go really wrong. Like misty terrain,
Yeah.
whatever. It was dumb, but it was funny. I hate using Galar so fucking much. Neutralizing gas makes my brain stop working.
as we're about to find
And so
out.
here, that's not even using's fault. I'm just stupid.
Yeah, it's okay.
And I forget
it's
that
okay.
misty terrain. I honestly forgot what it did because it's been so long since there's ever been a reason.
It's
to use
literally
it.
not even in Gen 9, yeah.
Yeah. Terra Blast
and then we
doing
see
a little bit.
Terra Blast do okay damage. Yeah. I mean, you gotta
good
force the
protect.
Terra there.
Yeah.
But then you Hyper Voice.
Hyper Voice.
Oh, to get your boosts.
Get my boost, but
I thought maybe you just
Hyper Voice
forgot
is
how
a normal
abilities
move.
work.
And so no, I remember then, and I got lucky flinch. So all of a sudden,
Yeah,
maybe I'm
okay.
recovering from my really bad play. But Talon gets to go up, and now the bear gets to continue yelling at me. But I think I pick it off here. Oh no, I don't. But I got a lucky crit.
Well, you do something even better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But maybe not with these two on the field.
Yeah. Now it's just like I'm gonna die immediately to DC. Hyper Voice picks me off, and now my worry cannot hang.
It's almost
Oh,
arguably
that crit
better if
sucked, but
Wow.
I don't think it mattered
Yeah.
ultimately at the end of the day.
no, not when the second hit's coming in.
Yeah. Second power. And so real bad plays from my part. Forgetting how Pokemon work.
So we shake it off and we go to game 2.
We shake it off and go to game 2, where I somehow do even worse.
No, come on. I mean, yeah, but you don't gotta let them know.
Oh, we'll let
You
him
say you're making
know.
reads.
So David, realizing how very strong Tauros is
Tauros.
into
Yeah.
my team, says, "What if I just lead it?"
I respect that so much too.
And I have to pick my sack effectively immediately. Going for a burn there because I don't have really coverage to hit it. If I burn it, then I'm in a much better spot. But now Tailwind's matched. This thing is so fast. But I can pick it off with a Mox with -2, even without Technician. It's gonna kill. But now Weezing Galar is here, so my brain has been turned off again. So we will,
He turns off your brain.
So we'll see. I got a lucky miss. Or
Yeah,
lucky
nice.
dodge on Brailium. I get my rain up, and then this is where I decide now's the perfect time to get my stamina boost up. So I can body press and clean up everything with our child. I'm gonna side bullet seed, and it's
Yeah,
gonna be
I
great.
love it.
It's
Oh,
great.
it's
It's a
gonna be
great,
so
brilliant
awesome.
plan. Except this guy is
Corey, where's
here.
your stamina?
Where's my stamina boost?
You only got 3 hits as well. Oh man, he
Yeah,
was like,
and so
stop it.
throwing contest on my part. Um,
Oh,
and so I'm gonna start hitting moves, but we will see next turn that this wheezing also to ruin my day as Haze.
as Hayes. Yep. And that's for a lot of guys. It's not just for you. Like you don't
Yeah,
really get a whole lot of moves you need on wheezing, but it is quite it is quite tough to see.
yeah. And so he's gonna haze away my third spray. Yup.
Yeah.
And I'm hitting normal hyper voices.
Which doesn't secure the kill because of that. So just
Nope.
all sorts of going wrong.
Um,
Do you miss the terrain here?
no.
Curious. No, you just go for kill, I believe.
Yeah. Maybe I should have missed a turn there.
No, because then the tailwind
Would
was
that
just
have
going
won?
back up. You needed to kill the tailwinder.
Yeah.
But you can't mock punch, and that's really sad to see.
Yeah.
So,
And now it's just gonna be bear versus or elephant versus bear and
whatever
creature.
you want to call that. Not
That
creature.
doesn't kill, which is a bummer. If
If
that
you're like
killed,
max
then there's
attack
maybe a
too,
world where I could win, but unlikely. And so,
right?
and I lose, drop into losers. Um, Bummer.
Bummer, but
But that's all of winners.
David
David sitting in
moving on to
grands.
the grands. I mean, that's you gotta be happy for that. If you're not
If
one
you're
of us.
David, you're happy for
Yeah.
that, yeah.
No, it was good to see. Like sometimes people will mentally play a little differently if their opponent's getting down on themselves or making weird plays or something. But he just kind of ran his plan
Yeah, yeah. David
and
quite
respect to
consistent,
that.
and kind of seeing what he has to do and then doing it. But here now we have in losers round one.
All the
Uh,
way back at the start.
yeah,
These are teams that are
yeah,
gonna have to climb very far to
yeah,
get back into it.
yeah. Chris versus JT. We see covert cloak on Volbeat, so getting tailwind up despite the fake out.
That is the BGC players, or sorry, the new doubles players like Chris. They hate to see Covert Cloak. They never
Oh
see
yeah,
it coming.
no,
It's a tough item to deal with.
yeah. Good Terra
But
Water
nice
there on the
Terra Water
Giga.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah, nice to see. But it still did what 42.
it did do a lot. Yeah. We see Bombardier's Lumberry, so it shakes off that poison jab poison. This is neat tech. What did we decide that was probably for?
Oh, that is 100% for Flame Body Volcarona game one.
Yeah.
Like 1000% for that. But it turns out to be a pretty safe neutral option. Like we see a couple of berries in this bracket actually, which is not something you would see every day.
Yeah.
At least not in modern gens.
Yeah. There's actually 2 Lumberries in this. Very set.
And yet both are in losers round one. Coincidence? I'll leave that for the viewer to decide. Anyways, we see Chris getting brutalized by this Scoville and a Tigaton and kind of falling really, really, really early.
Yeah. So all of a sudden it's just Ozogiri left.
Yeah. Oh, and a miss on that.
And a miss on the Muddy Water is tough.
Find out it's not Scarf though, which is
no, it's the Dash, which is fine, I think.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
On this team.
And so now we got Dozo.
Yeah, good spot for Dozo Geary
with 2 turns of Veil. I don't know. That's kind of a decent place to be. Volbeat just gets sacked to Wave Crash. Wave Rush doing nothing. All of a sudden.
Another one.
Yeah. Double Protect to wait out the Veil. Very good. Optimal. Oh my god, Goliath just drops. But the problem is Dozo is doing too much damage, and it is Lumberry and not Leftover, so it's not getting any sort of recovery.
Yeah, no, Leftovers would have been quite helpful. Whoa, hold on a second, I forgot about that Dragon Dance.
It was neat.
Oh, it was scary. We don't, you know? You don't know if that Dondozo's fast or not.
Yeah.
He could have just slammed a little Wave Crash that direction, but Play rough cleans up regardless, and
Yep.
JT finishes the job.
Hmm.
Doesn't fall to the reverse dozo sweep.
Nope. It was looking kind of scary there for a while, and if it was like, I don't know, rest one, I don't think it has rest.
Probably doesn't, but it is a good. It definitely could have.
And here's the Bronzong try to go for the meteor beam, but it gets its power knocked off.
Yeah, this is like that's like the most brutal
Ugh,
turn one you want to
that's
see
so
on Chris's
sad.
side.
And so,
No meteor beam,
yeah,
no
Chris
snow.
going down one mon for nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
Except the sun is up. Oh wait, no, that's a big speed for that.
And bringing back in the snow setter is tough, right? Because like, what does it do exactly now that you know the sun can go up?
Yeah, it's like, do you risk pressing Corveil and wasting your turn? We'll never
you,
know
like-
because it dies.
We'll never know, but like, even if you don't hit that, like maybe you have a blizzard, and that's not gonna do.
Yeah, it's like that or hypnosis. Go for hacks.
Yeah, it's just a bad spot to be in.
Yeah. Oh, but we get the
And,
early dozo.
Ooh, come
Wow,
on, earthquake,
mid-game
earthquake. Well, the sun keeping Scovillain alive there.
Yeah. Fake out.
Yeah, really feeling the lack of protect on this dozo here, or even a covert cloak. You know,
Yeah.
both of those would have helped here. Instead, just exploding
Now dozo is gone.
and effectively
Cassie
gone.
will be dead to an energy ball in his turn, and Chris realizing that.
Chris seeing his dozo Gary go down and kind of reading the writing on the wall
Yeah,
there.
so a commanding 6-0 from JK. Chris dropping out, and JK moving on, staying alive.
Keeping his playoff dreams alive,
Yeah.
exactly.
Over here on the other side, we have Frank versus Paul. And so we have Funny Sun team versus Typhlosion Bird. Dragonite lead off early, and so Frank opting to do something different than lead Kilowatt Troll.
I like the mix.
So going for that eruption, unfortunately the Yogurt Drawer here is prepared with Wide Guard. But ultimately, you know,
It is
Frank
just sitting there
Frank
doing
isn't
nothing.
really punished. Yeah, he just gets to kill off
Like-
eruptions.
We've seen Avalugg hit wide guard 5 times.
Yeah.
In
And
fact,
so
it feels
we
like, right?
we see, which surprised me watching this
Yeah.
replay, Typhlosion is not choice lock.
No, yeah, no, it's really the whole
so
time felt
Hall
like
probably
it was.
not realizing, probably expecting it to be choice lock. So thought Wide Guard was pretty free there. Now he loses another mon for it, so all of a sudden he's down 2 mons, but then helping hand Charizard he waved its Sun.
The game plan
All of a
opens
sudden-
up. It
All of a
reveals.
sudden it's looking all right. Metagross gone. Crit.
Yeah, not
Grim.
sure why Metagross came in here and not Kilowatt Troll to just set up Tailwind. I still remember thinking that in the original video and still thinking
Yeah, you
today,
have the
like,
focus
you have a
sash, like,
sash.
Yeah.
You got to get that going. Like that Metagross late game with Clefable and Lilligant alive, it would have
Yeah.
been really helpful.
And so Frank, not even Tailwind in there. He's just going to kill the thing.
No, just
But losing his bird, now it's just a matter of Lilligant pressing replay plays.
pretty much, yep. And failed protect there, unfortunate. And we see Leaf Blade number 1, and
Yeah.
I bet I know what's gonna happen next.
Oh, well,
Okay.
he doesn't want to watch his Crocodile go down.
Yeah.
Respect. So going into game 2, see if Frank can adapt. And so same lead from both
Both
players.
Wow.
Um,
And
not wide
Frank
guarding
makes
there,
those.
expecting Frank to make the read. So we
Yeah, I
lose
like- I
Avalugg
like the,
again. So Avalugg really dying here.
yeah, not doing a whole
Follow
lot.
me,
and
not
now-
helping versus Explosion, but does get to redirect
Let's
the
help
Dragon
versus
move.
Dragonite, who's still trying to scale shot.
Yeah. Oh, cannot use
Oh,
speed,
forgetting
does
about
not
dazzling.
know.
Oh no, that's
So
terrible.
a bit of an oopsie daisy there, and so
Yeah,
now we
losing
get to
99% for your troubles.
Yep.
And letting a really, like, oh my goodness, letting these two just hit the field is not what you want to see.
Yeah. Unlucky
But
dodge
Dragonite
from
dodges,
Dragonite
that's very
because
big.
he's got his multi-scale still.
Yeah, very, very important.
And now Charizard is in E-speed range.
Uh-oh. Yeah, it's not even that. It's just going to kill itself
It's
next
gonna
turn.
kill
if you
itself,
have
but
two
like,
attacks.
why let it do heat wave damage? Kill it.
Exactly.
So this is looking like a wrap.
Yeah, the only way you can get out of this is with some really, really big Torkoal eruptions, but you are a little too low HP for that to matter now.
Yeah. Yeah, Prim is just going
Not
to
targeting down Prim, which is a little strange.
Yeah. Played.
As I kind of spoke about it in game 1 and kind of forgot about it, it actually did happen. Late game Metagross versus Lilligant, kind of nice.
It is, yeah.
A lot better than than just letting it go down in game 1. So
now we got a game 3 situation.
And this time, I'm so happy to see the Hall did not lead Avalugg.
Not leave Avalugg and let Typhlosion go crazy.
Oh, so much nicer.
With the early Tailwind. And
there's the Trick Room,
which I think was the first time I saw that in the season, or this playoff.
Yep, yeah, it was the first time anybody saw it, so Hall hiding his technology until he needed it was actually
very good,
important.
Kilowattrel dead, so no more Tailwind.
And Clefable exploding, so no more follow.
Clefable getting blown the fuck up. But Torkoal is in. Primarina is chipped.
Slow, brothers.
I don't see a single eruption answer.
Not at all. No. You're gonna attempt to bring in your Dragonite.
You're gonna die.
Yeah, you're stalling a Trick Room.
Yeah, you just have to try and wait out the Trick Room.
Yeah, millions are dead.
Yeah, millions must die.
But I mean,
now Dragonite's in here, and multi-scale attack. I've seen Dragonite do incredible things.
Oh, Avalugg fans,
Avalugg
turn away, all 6 of you.
But now it's Charizard show.
Yeah, his death opens up a Charizard.
Yeah, you just Weather Ball into D-Knight.
Yeah. So the protection on Typhlosion.
Charizard dying for his troubles, but I think he's fine with that. Because now you can Solar Blade.
I don't know why Typhlosion is... Encore in.
Protect.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. And that will certainly seal your fate, if nothing else.
Yeah, now Typhlosion can't do anything.
No,
after you Eruption.
Explodes to anything.
That was gone, and this is over.
I'm gonna keep it sober. I love Crocodile. I don't think he was worth the draft points.
Unfortunately, he doesn't.
Just so many weaknesses when he can't Terra.
Yeah.
So, but like, it was a close set. It was.
I thought that in game 3. So. Good shit from Frank. Hopefully, his playoff journey ends here. Paul moving on to fight another day. Speaking of, here he is again, fighting Adam here. So let's see if Paul's
back to back.
Paul's loser run continue. The
hero
of that
Adam's
story.
team struggled a bit with the rain. Let's see how it does into the sun, because it doesn't really have too many, if any, real fire resist. Like you could argue. Incineroar and Dragapult, but I don't want them taking hits.
Yeah. You got Slowking, but the Slowking is offensive, right?
Everything's offensive when you're dealing with this guy.
Yeah.
don't mean like that, but...
Right. So we see Rackman press lunge early, which this thing is the liquidation button. Why are we pressing anything else?
it
once
has
again,
to be
Incineroar dying instantly.
Yep, see you later, buddy. And you kind of don't want to see that because it seems like it's pretty important, this match.
Yeah. Important check to, intimidating Lilligant, your
Fake
fire
out.
resist.
Fire resist, yeah. But, Hall's a little reluctant in getting his Sun Supers out and just kind of lets everybody die.
Yeah,
so has to put it all in the back of an after you eruption here, I'd say.
Or
not.
Weather Ball.
Oh, wow, that is a very funny number because that actually puts it right above its Citrus Berry.
Oh, no.
Making that
when
eruption.
I press eruption, heal my opponent.
Yeah.
Good protect from Adam there, and now we're in Trick Room.
A curious Trick Room.
Yeah, we got Torkoal here.
Yeah, I'm not sure why we didn't just Sludge Bomb the Lilligant. Or, even the Avalugg if it switched in that slot. Now you're letting... you're letting these two play the game for a turn at least.
I think it's
going to do a lot.
Probably still rep.
Yeah, it should be a rep. And then after this, Corey, make sure you put that music back on.
Oh, yeah.
At least I'd feel pretty confident if I'm in Adam's shoes here. You've got Hawlucha in the back.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really enjoy Trick Room being up here, but you can deal with it. You got enough sack fodder, I'll call it.
Yeah.
And we're lunging again. Why are we lunging again?
Like, you gotta just kill things. But now all of a sudden, it's a little scary.
Yeah. A little scary, but
Rage
BGC
powder, you just
yeah,
eat
do
this.
that.
Because
It's gonna eat
he's
for days.
intimidated.
No, it was the lunge actually.
Oh. Shout out
Yeah,
lunge.
I know. We shout out lunge. Still not happy about it.
Yeah, PC, clean that up, and, you know,
And
Logan can't
Logan
kill
can't do
both of
anything
these.
to Halucha, so
Yeah.
as much as it can encore around, it's
All
just
the
can't
Joe
win the
will win
2v1.
this, and so, yeah, so taking us to game 3, right?
No, game two, game two.
Oh, this is first game?
Listen, I know we've done so many of this. It's
It's hard to
starting to
keep
all
track.
blend together. But we're gonna make it through together, I promise.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually had the right
Yeah,
replay.
what?
Up.
Alright, there we go.
There we go. So on to game two.
Alright,
Now,
game 2.
Paul, Adam.
Hall, he's playing for his life now. Adam, 1 game away from moving on. Good early protect. Very
Ooh, really good
turn one.
protect.
But, and the poison
What's
proc.
the poison? And the unaware cleft too.
Yeah,
so
if we
it's
did not,
actually
if we
better.
didn't know before, which I think we did, this is impact unaware.
And then Hall making a read there, thinking Adam would go Incineroar. Adam actually just goes Amoonguss, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Kind of bouncing off.
Oh, that really did bounce off. Wow.
And so this is looking like a really, really bad start for Hall.
Yeah, no,
Down a
like to see
Pokemon,
Rush is asleep.
Bruxish is asleep. He's gotta get
Like,
some
you know
motion
this is
going
coming
with his
for sure,
sun
but-
guys.
Bringing
Double
both
switch out
this fire
there.
resist. Alright,
Yeah.
you know, you may not think Arachnid's a fire resist, but shout out to Water Bubble.
Yeah. Nice switch in on your dazzling guy on the fake out turn. But now,
Two
this
citrus
wave
berries
pattern-
moment.
this liquidation is so cool. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
All of a sudden Charizard's
that's
gone.
some damage.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So we gotta protect here, now we
I'm
see
going to fake
Encore.
out.
which we know about Encore because you know we saw that game one.
Yep.
So surely we won't get Encore
Oh,
or it again.
more Encores.
Surely we will.
Giving,
Not saying with the protecting Encore Arachnid, right?
Nope.
Surely we won't protect with our Amoonguss, right? Ah! But then Hall makes the nice play and actually just goes and sets the sun.
Because
back up
surely
instead of
Adam
Encore
has
Amoonguss
learned
here.
now.
Yeah.
But Trick Room is up, and now Torkoal gets to Terrifier and Blast.
Yeah, which is what I assume it will do, but it turns out it doesn't turn on the
it doesn't
Terra yet
even
because
Terra
it doesn't need it.
I guess he wants to save his Terra because he could also Terra Avalugg
Yeah.
if he needs to.
And we're just watching things like literally explode here.
Yep.
Unable to take any hits whatsoever.
And lucky
was
not
thinking-
to
I'm thinking back
attack
a
the
few turns
Torkoal there.
ago.
I think you need to chip the Torkoal so these Eruptions
Yeah.
aren't killing. Good call out on Paul's part to not erupt when the Light-Guard
Yeah,
user here.
that was a good play from Hall. Absolutely.
Um,
We hadn't even seen Arachnid really go for
27.
Light Guard yet, so.
always lunging.
Huh? Where's Liquidation?
Nope. Lunge.
Kinda lunge.
God, this Avalugg has just been so dead weight.
Nothing. Yeah.
Like, it's
Maybe
got
it'll
to kill,
change.
but
But it's a pity kill, you know?
yeah.
Oh, hold on, we're protecting in front of. Ooh, but
Protecting in
nice
front of,
huge elimination there.
Well, again.
So you're kind of in a fun endgame here with Adam and Hall. Actually, you can like pause. You can even
Yeah.
pause and take a look at this later on your own time if you want, guys. But like this is it's a pretty cool situation for both of them to be in. Adam still attempting to take out the Avalugg that's poisoned instead of just taking out the Lilligant. I'm a
Yeah.
little confused by that. But it doesn't mean it's over yet.
Mhm.
You do have both these guys in,
Yep.
and they should be able
After
to take
you
a.
Weather Ball to pick off the Hawlucha.
Yeah.
And 2 more turns of Sun. That
Allows the most
after
disgusting thing I
you,
have to watch.
Icicle Spear, and just
Oh,
like
it's so depressing.
we just shitting on him, but he did get the set winning kill.
Yeah.
Shout out Avalugg. He did
Shout
it.
out
Oh no, that was
Avalugg.
the set winning. That was game winning.
Game
That
winning,
was
yeah.
two. So we're in a game 3 situation.
No, it did feel like it was a game 3 though, right? Like
It
just the
did.
way
It was
playing out.
tense.
So Adam needs to hopefully, play a little bit better in game 3, get a little better pressure right off the bat. So Terra Dragoning Dragapult is one way of doing that.
Yeah, so just press the kill button.
But
But
now is in a
unfortunately,
really
with Follow
bad
Me Clefable, you
spot.
cannot stay in with your Specs Dragapult.
No. And
Now your Moongus is dead.
Yeah, and Rage Powdering on the Eruption is really
The very
not
free
good.
Eruption. He's just gonna keep doing it.
Bad start, if nothing else.
Yeah.
But you got your big damage guys out here, right? You're gonna take a ton. But
Yeah,
you're gonna...
attack Clef to get more Eruptions, or Weather Ball just because Wide Guard is always possible.
Yep.
Double.
Double.
Baiting out the Wide Guard, maybe.
Maybe. We're just gonna get protected instead.
Yeah, I don't hate that Protect to see what Charizard wanted to press.
Because it's locked into something.
Incineroar.
And Incineroar's dead. Cool. Nice.
So Brushes has done all that he needs to do.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like that's the hit list.
Ah.
For it. Take it out.
I don't know why.
Yeah, if you went back and turned, you don't know why it showed up there. Right?
Yeah. Well, I was trying to understand why Adam switched out of Dragapult. But it was actually a good play because Torkoal into activate Chlorophyll on Lilligan, get the kill. Did happen, and so he prevented it. So that was good.
Yeah, we see the power of Torkoal. This time getting the liquidation that goes over 50%, doing almost twice as much now with an Eruption.
Yeah. See incredible Wide Guard call out here.
It doesn't quite matter because
you kill the other guy. But you do have to get the Spanish Lizard out of there.
Yeah, I wonder if
Avalugg dodging the Draco.
Oh, he's so lucky, chat. Send it again.
Avalugg will count.
Oh, so much better. So beautiful. Mwah.
Try this back.
He's viable. He lived 2 turns. Me when I'm wrong.
Not another miss.
Yeah, that's a pretty big miss, sadly.
Yeah. Lunge
Charizard might still die to that, right?
I think it might.
Or at minimum, it would put him in solar. Put him in damage.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the ability called? You know what it's called. Solar Power?
Solar Power.
Yeah, it would allow that to really chip him down then.
Mm-hmm.
Here we see a Hawlucha protecting.
Oh, the Air Slash into the Araquanid is a pretty good call out.
Yeah.
But now an Air Slash.
I'm not sure which one's going to actually happen.
An Air Slash will win Helping Hand for good measure.
Yeah. Just a crit booster on top of that, yeah.
So,
that Draco from Dragapult really mattering.
So Avalugg lives to fight another day.
He really does.
Yeah,
I remember Hall I was in the chat when that game was happening live, and I just remember afterwards he was like basically in shock that he won the set, more so that how many times things had to go right for him in games 2 and 3.
Yeah.
But I think it gave him a lot of confidence too that he could pull his way out of any situation. So it was kind of a nice feeling for Hall.
Yeah.
It's good to see. Good to see he was still confident that he could, make it. We'll see if that carries through the rest of the tournament here.
But we'll give Hall a break, and we'll go to the other side of losers and see Matt versus JT, another classic set or matchup.
This one,
but not one we
doesn't
usually
happen
see.
all the way down here though.
Yeah, all the way down to losers round 2.
Yep.
Yeah. And
so-called Titan teams, right?
Yeah.
Number 1 seed, I don't know if David or JT was 4 seed, but either way, you don't really expect both of them.
No, this
is
very surprising.
Yeah.
So JT leading his Bug and his Bird.
Yeah, I like that play a lot. The Rock Slide Struggle Bug combo is very, very tough to deal with.
Yeah, mitigate the damage of these guys, and so Trick Room's up. But you have a Dark type out here, so you don't care.
Not too much, at least.
No. Armor Cannon, Tinkaton does a lot, right?
Yeah, shoutouts probably AV Tank, right?
No, it's Clear Amulet. No, it's not Clear
Amulet. Oh, Clear Amulet. Yeah,
it is
sorry.
Clear.
Wow, that's...
Yeah. No, its own tempo.
Its own tempo, so I think it might actually be AV. Right?
Yeah.
Either way, I just gotta say, I didn't expect to live that hit. That's an overreach.
It was Struggle Bug drop, so...
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh, that helps. So here we see sub on Earthalia.
Yeah, kind of surprised it's just kind of chilling.
Yeah.
I don't think Tinkaton really threatens you too much, so you can just take out Scoville in that turn.
Yeah, I mean the Gigaton probably would hurt. There's the facade to protect this stuff. Does take a lot of damage for it.
And Matt right now up on the Mons count, you know, you have Quackball in a great position.
Yeah.
But
doesn't get the kill on Scoville and with Aqua Step.
That's tough.
Maybe should have CC'd there.
Oh, for sure, yeah, huh?
Guaranteed to get the kill.
And you're at 9%. What do you got to lose, right?
Exactly. Struggle Bug's coming out to pick off the kill on Indeedee. Bear going for sub there. I don't know. Maybe you just gotta start killing things. Struggle Bugging the contrary special attacker is something.
It's silly. Yeah. I mean, what else are they gonna do, right? It's now locked into it. But
yeah.
You know, thanks to Tailwind being up just for that one last
more
turn,
yeah.
I guess Superior didn't have a way to protect that, right?
No.
So.
Armor
Which is a little unusual for Matt not running Protect on a guy like that. Like, he doesn't really have a whole lot of moves it wants to run anyways.
On Ursaluna?
Glare. No, on Surf.
Oh, Surf was what? Taunt, Glare.
Taunt, Glare, Leaf Storm.
Leaf Storm.
Who knows?
Probably Protect. Sub.
Well, I would have thought it would have hit it that turn, but you know, it didn't, so we move on.
Anyway, JT taking game 1. Came down kind of close, but not that close. And so now Matt fighting for his life, about to be double eliminated from playoffs after an undefeated season. Getting there myself.
Yeah. We're all going to be there one day, don't worry. Playing well, getting around, you know, Encore, getting a good glare off. Like, this is a good turn.
Yeah. So that glare is probably the most that Superior's done all playoffs.
It really is, huh?
Yeah. So the Struggle Bug actually putting in a lot of work in this set, mitigating the damage from these side spam. And so now he's both at -2. Like, whoa.
Yeah, stopping a lot of pressure from any like potential terrors either. You know, you just make Armorage more weak to it.
Yeah.
A good Intimidate coming in here.
Oh yeah, it was a good turn for the dog.
Bust, if while weak to it, doesn't particularly care if it's weak to it, so.
Yeah. Like it's doing no type of damage at -2.
Yeah, no, it's doing literally nothing. That's a bit of a shame watching Indeedee female not be able to hit Expanding Force, but you know, that's the trade-off you're taking.
That's fine, I think.
Yeah. For having such good redirection skills. And
yeah.
you see Terra Steel here, by the way, into Ursaluna and Armor Rouge, so wow.
Yeah,
obviously
not sure what was going on there.
I understand JT's logic behind it stopping the Psychic, but like, how much do we need the skill build? I guess quite a bit, but I still feel like that Terra was not necessary.
Yeah. Let's see, Protect was switching there. Stall's a good turn of
yeah, no, literally covers everything perfect. Bomb to do that turn, which is a nice way to stall out a turn, right?
I don't know. I guess that's good.
Funny Rage Powder doesn't actually do anything that turn, because it was
because grass type and non-attacking.
Yeah.
Stop the fake out with Second Crane. Good play. I think it's on drops.
Is it
the Bombardier's gonna get a kill here, yeah.
Yeah, like, oh man, I mean, you're up in Mons, right? So like, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, our merchants come in here and press Armor Cannon.
Yeah.
Or Expanding Force, that's fine too. But can back Excalibur be stopped?
Well, if I'm back Excalibur, I'm feeling pretty confident here, right? I've got a pretty free Dragon Dancer, Ice School Crash, or really anything I want to hit.
Yeah.
There's no fairies here yet.
Good follow me, you get to live the knockoff because you don't have an item.
Ooh.
Which lets you do...
Where's the close combat?
That doesn't kill.
Where's close combat?
Plus Tailwind is still up. I guess you can protect the solid Tailwind.
Yeah, you can protect solid.
So that's okay. But I don't know if the duck can do it. You have to kill Bombardier and hope that you don't die to Excalibur.
Yeah, I very much remember this being a game of Matt forget Terra Steel happened and JT forgetting that he could just Dragon Dance.
Yeah.
So some funny
Um,
end games there turned into.
yeah, so yeah,
A
real
good
interesting
victory
stuff,
for
right?
Matt.
Because you have to kill the bird there so you can get a free dragon to be faster than
Yep.
Quavel. And well, no, Quavel killed with Aqua Step, so it was always gonna be faster. Um, but yeah. Um,
But yeah, Matt bringing it to game 3. So
yeah,
even
so
though
yeah, both fighting for their lives. Loser goes home.
you'll have to see a good competitive set, even though
Oh
it
yeah,
does
this is
cause
this is
the
a
PRs to be
great set,
longer.
even though it's kind of early in the bracket for it. Well,
See you later, Superior.
Superior,
Okay, good
dead.
talk. No,
But Bombardier
no glare for
trading a snake for a bird.
That's positive. That's so good.
I think that's fine.
On a side spam team, and you take out the only Darkmon there. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I think that's
nice.
good.
Shout out to Night Slash.
The Night Slash on the obvious column is pretty shy.
Like it's
Player up's
probably
not
not even
gonna
that
get
much
killed.
more than just hit the group bird, but I just like that it was hit.
Yeah, but then calling the Sacred Sword here, JT kind of cooking
Yeah.
here. Like
Yeah,
those
no.
couple turns, he definitely he got them all right.
Yeah, just
Nice
having
Slash.
Tailwind up, and now you're up like 6-3 or 5-3, I should say, right?
Yeah.
Outside of the
And
trade.
Volbeat hasn't taken any damage, so you still have your
Yeah.
guy. Psychic Terrain is going to be gone in 2 turns, and he's dead. You still have Fake Out Tink in the back and back Caliber.
And obviously, the situation in front of you doesn't look too good, but
No, it's kind of scary, but Armor Version is -2.
true. So it's really
Still killing
well, it does
Volbeat.
kill the Volbeat.
Armor Cannon is very strong. But now you get Tink.
Yeah,
You
just the
just
fact there's no
double
more
the-
second train speeds,
Oh,
you
Fake
get
Out
to do
is
some shenanigans. And this is something
Whoa.
that I think JT maybe hasn't revealed until now, was that the
Oh,
Scoville
there's
the
been
whole
a
time was
focus
sashed.
Yeah, I don't know if we did do
Yeah.
that. So protect there, just saw the trigger and turn.
It just
Kills.
kills the
Yeah.
water ball. And now it's like, oh, do you even have enough momentum to get your...
I don't think so, because Gigaton gets that kill there, Energy Ball threatens
Yeah.
the kill there, and it's done. It's over.
Yeah, as simple as that.
And
Gigaton just...
JT moving on, and Matt taking a surprising 0-2 in playoffs from undefeated in season.
Yeah, falling to the power of everybody having... you can't just prep it week by week.
Yeah.
Everyone's bringing it out there. You gotta be
Yeah.
on your toes. And
Yeah, and
unfortunately, just
so some
running into
chats
some tough
with
counter teams.
our commissioner about this season after playoffs. He really thought, or what he said, the team that he drafted was very, very strong, but it made him kind of lazy, right? Where he thought he could just rely on the power of the team, and so he didn't spend a whole lot of time cooking and calking and relying on his gameplay, which you can do in season sometimes, especially when you're have weeks where you're not fighting very strong players, right, or weaker players. But in playoffs, everyone's coming in to win, so you have to be in that mental state. And so when you're not, you see what happens.
And boy, do I like to see the upset. So I always root for that. So it's lovely to see it.
It was very hype.
And speaking of, we got another upset here, as in
we got Tim versus Hall.
Tim Hall on that
upset.
side,
Upset as in it's upsetting that these two buddies have to kill each other.
Thank you for the alley oop. I was trying to pass that one over to you.
No, I got it. Yeah. So Hall making a incredible losers run still, so hoping to keep that dream alive. Tim coming off of a loss with David. Can he shake off that loss and get back to killing?
Right, and early on, I mean, just from a team preview standpoint, right? Like, if I'm Hall, I'm going right into my Sun Core, because the only thing that even stops it is Rotom. There are 5 guys that explode.
Oh yeah, no, this is on paper. This looks really, really bad for Tim.
Right. Shoutouts though, Avila coming in and taking a paralysis to make him the slowest guy alive.
It was funny, and then
doing
he dies.
Nothing. And he dies.
Classic. Kills all the time. But now, Fable support lets eruptions come out for free.
Yeah.
A big crit on
pretty
Rotom.
important crit there too. Yeah.
Yeah. Meowstic comes in, takes out the clef, allows you to get a some chip on Purple.
Even so, that's still 57% at half.
Oh yeah.
That's gross.
Oh.
Oh, not
No
okay.
follow me. I guess it didn't matter at that point. You're trying to heal him back up.
Yeah, you know that the. I mean, I do wonder if the pump kills, right?
You gotta
I know
wonder.
it's in the sun, but it is stab and it is super effective, so something to think about.
Yeah.
But now the water, the only guy that can take the fire hit is starting to get a little bit chunked.
Yeah,
Nicely.
he's certainly chipped, and Citrus Berry has been eaten.
Yeah, now we're gonna see some gross numbers.
Yeah, and so now we see you cannot press Sucker Punch with the Follow Me guy next to him.
Mm-hmm. So Hall, baits that out
Baits
and then
that out
does it
and
anyways.
gets the switch in, yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
a good
SD
play.
there is so greedy.
It's brave. I'm gonna say it's brave.
Yeah, and then gets the Sucker Punch game wrong again, but not really punished for it too much that turn.
Yeah, not punish that turn, but punish this turn. Unfortunately, we do see
turns off
Mr.
the sun
Snowman
forever, but
oh,
Mr.
watch
President,
out!
look out.
Let him tear.
Alright, so can Reuniclus do everything?
I mean, I have definitely seen this Mon do disgusting levels of things before.
No, absolutely. And now he's in
support.
Trick Room. Can he do it?
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
No.
Oh, no. Not enough.
Not enough. And that's
Good
gonna
try,
be a
though.
wrap on game one. With Hall taking the dub with full HP Lilligan back.
True. Didn't even hit the field.
So we
is
see
quite
similar
scary.
lead from Tim and a similar lead from Hall. At least with Torkoal. Yep. Is this
Pretty sure this could just be game one again.
I think this is just the same game.
Go back a set. Check the numbers.
Let me look. Yep.
That's the same game. Yep.
Well,
You have game two somewhere?
no.
Allow me to get it. Oh, this set is cursed of not having the right replays, huh?
I know, we just can't get it right.
Alright, we're working on it, and I gotta blame, maybe JT's document just
Yeah,
grabbed
JT, fix your
the wrong
docs.
replays time. So there it is. It was posted way later.
Oh, Lord.
I'll just
JT,
DM this
I'm
to
not
you.
yelling at you, your doc save it.
That should be the one. Yeah, this is the one. If you have it,
Huh? Which one?
give it to you.
Oh,
I sent it to you, DMs.
Oh, my notifications were off. So
Yeah.
Alright.
Spoiler alert. It is the only game left, so.
Ah, well. Alright, so
But
we
we'll see
see
what happens, right?
different leads from the players. We see Psychic Terrain core leading.
Yeah, that's I kind of like bringing out your big swinger. Just get them out there, see what happens, right? Except there is no psychic terrain.
Didn't press the
Because I
Psychic
think
Terrain.
here is where maybe Tim realizes it's not Prankster.
Yeah. And all of a sudden,
that's-
Psychic Terrain is up, but the Psychic Terrain core is gone.
Is gone, right? So we just made the sun look pretty.
Yeah. But at least you can turn off
Or
the
snow,
the
actually,
sun.
in this case. Looks very nice. Lovely, lovely pink sky.
People bouncing off the death pulse table is a bastard.
Yeah, it sure is.
And gets the special attack drop with Moonblast. Moonblast is so. Moonblast is so dumb. Why is it 95? Why is it 95 base power and a special attack drop?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
But right now, I feel like Hall's a little bit on autopilot. He doesn't need to do a whole lot.
No,
to
yeah,
this
follow
set,
me, Heat Wave, Chip.
Until
Yeah.
Until maybe King Gambit hits the field, and then that's
Yeah,
really
so you can do it
left.
again. Yeah.
But Rotom's still here.
Bro, I'm
and still
getting
healthy,
actually
so
full
that's
attack.
that is gonna be important.
So what do I go into here? Yeah, Torkoal's pretty safe.
Letting Charizard go down just for the one turn of this, huh?
Yeah. 38.
That's respectable.
Yeah.
Ooh, see, I don't like that. You gotta hit the Torkoal, because it's gonna kill itself with solar power.
Right, exactly, and you gotta make this thing weaker.
Yeah, even if just a little
can
bit. Right?
Gambit do it all? Terra Fairy, but we get an Encore.
And yeah, we see Encore dunking on support mons this entire playoffs.
Big damage there. After you Weather
Watch
Ball.
out, King Gambit. No, watch out. No, the ball.
So 2-0 from Hall, moving along, keeping the dream alive.
Yeah, I guess you know, it was a good run from Tim. He got a huge upset. He had a great game one. Just faltered a bit.
Yeah.
Once he, you know, he had a little, you know, just a small team mistake and some tough matches,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, the not having Prankster was pretty brutal.
It's tough to play around things.
Yeah.
When you don't build it right, and I trust me, I've been there.
Oh yeah.
What I think I had a Limber Ditto one season.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was tragic.
We all have been there.
Yeah. But you are back now, playing and losing versus JT.
Yeah, winner goes on to play Hall.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it's me, obviously, because you know that was a
right.
fun winner set.
Look at look at Pinkerton hiding Bombardier.
Yeah, I did think maybe that's why I haven't been thinking enough about the bird. Is he's simply
he's
not on
not
my
there.
screen.
Where is he?
Yeah, there's a giant hammer there. And honestly, it's a good thing he's hiding because I'm very scared of that guy and I don't want to see him.
Bombardier? Yeah.
Yeah, knowing that he's here, I did still lead my two guys weak to flying.
Weak to flying. Yeah.
Because I just figured I have to try and put it. I have to like do something about like tailwind matching here just to have a chance, and then I
you get
flinched.
flinched.
So, well. Oh well. I knew the encore was coming because I'm not gonna let my guy get encore to protect. I would. Anyway.
Been there too many times.
Yeah, then I see something gross, like a 50-50 knockoff kill there. Which
was it?
Probably. Yeah, it was pretty close to.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think once the lead situation crumbled, it's like, what's my
yeah,
game
now
plan,
it's like back foot forever. Like, how do I?
Yeah.
I
only really have one mode of this team, and it's effectively get Kamoho in at some point at this point.
Yeah.
Like everyone else is gonna just kind of take hits and die, but if I can get that Prankster off, maybe I'll have a chance. Because like I actually love the rain here.
Oh yeah.
But unfortunately, Gallade's still faster thanks to the enemy tailwind because I never got to match.
Right.
Or I never got to match early and get the kills off.
So you gotta trick room up though.
You got 2 tailwinds up. Yeah, I get trick room. It's good. It turns out it's like the only time I get to use that trick room. But we're there.
Yep.
And shoutouts Kamo.
Yeah, look this down.
In his worst matchup, a Steel Fairy.
Yeah.
Oh, make that 2 of them.
Oh no.
Yeah, the Kamo with the fire coverage over steel coverage is coming to bite me this set.
Yeah, versus all the fairies and the fairy that doesn't want to, or you don't want to hit a fire move into. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So tough spot here. We're not gonna give up. We have one more turn of Trick Room that Greninja definitely wants to be in.
Yeah.
Just hoping for a dodge or 6.
Yeah. So unlucky turn 1 with jump bluff really kind of put you on the back foot. And it's kind of unrecoverable.
Yeah. After how fast I die after that, I said I gotta switch up my game.
So at that point
I gotta lead something different.
Yeah. At that point you're out there playing for like reverse hacks or JT to flip up. But he kind of kept.
You know, we've all done it.
Oh yeah,
I've
no.
seen it.
So,
you gotta play those sets out even.
Oh yeah,
we'll get the game
your opponent can always throw. You know.
It's a beautiful thing.
Your opponent can always throw. But going into game 2, we see Greninja lead. JT seeing no reason to switch his lead because he gets tailwind up, kind of can't stop.
Exactly.
Him going for the Brave Bird there, maybe on the read that he would Terra, predicting the Rock Slide.
Yep.
But
I had to.
Bird goes down though.
Yep, I definitely like seeing the bird go down that early. I'll take 50 on Kamo for that for sure. But unfortunately, both my special attackers are getting a little bit brutalized by Struggle Bug.
Yeah, Struggle Bug really, you know, we joked a little bit about it early on, saw it, but it's been really good for him.
So much pressure, yeah.
Yeah.
Right there, even letting Volbeat survive, forcing me to power.
Oh yeah, so you have to double it.
But and then you know, a nice encore earlier. I guess we mentioned it, but you know, the encore forcing me to have to switch because now 2 fairies and a Clanging Scales isn't going to take me anywhere.
Right.
And losing my only real fairy damage guy is it's tough. It's tough.
It is, yeah.
We're going back in the room again, and now it's you'll never see Jump Bluff go. It's not the last one to go in Trick Room, and I think that's fun. So
it is funny.
He gets to go for Max Caliber, yay. Giving me a small chance here to break through, but as you can see, I'm not really dealing with that Tinkaton, and it's doing a lot of damage.
Oh, thermal exchange. Waked up,
and
got to protect. They still have one more turn of Trick Room, so
Yeah, not really too much of a problem. I was really hoping it wouldn't wake up there. Kind of forgot. That's why
yeah.
I moved.
I guess if I'm JT there, I'd go for the double protect just in case.
Yep, I think it's always worth. You're willing to stay in.
Yeah.
Like, what am I gonna do on my side? I've got Clangoria's Soul that then just gets me killed by Tinkaton.
Right. So yeah, this is looking it's a little rough at this juncture.
Yeah. I don't know if...
Prime to kind of.
Yeah, I think I double Gallade here as a mistake. I know that it just hit the Gigaton, so I wasn't too scared. But at the same time, I kind of forgot that it had... Either I didn't know it had Protect, or I forgot. Or maybe I just thought that Flamethrower would kill the Tinkaton.
So Como, I don't think can do it. Yeah, and you
nope.
You were aware of that.
It's
so,
just a little too slow.
Yeah, so 2-0 from JT, keeping the dream alive, and so this is now losers semis, I think.
Yeah.
Paul versus JT. Both of these guys
so
crawling all the
to
way from losers round 1.
Yeah, I don't think we really respected that it was both of them doing.
Yeah, they're both
enough,
making an incredible losers run here.
Like, we're just gonna keep watching Avalugg and Tinkaton.
Yeah, lots of Avalugg, lots of Tinkaton, lots of Struggle Bug. Lots of eruptions.
Two of you are enjoying that.
Yeah, so
monsters.
Once again, Avalugg is here.
He's here.
Although, honestly, versus JT, who brings 99% physical attackers, Avalugg, he can do it.
Yeah, I'm certainly not too upset. Yeah,
Look
I'm really not upset.
Bombardier, done.
Done, dead.
Easy.
Labronda, apparently, from our champion up there.
Well, Labronda was the Bruxious, and he just kind of died.
Yeah.
But look at this. Half on Volbeat.
Oh, didn't even get 5. Like, what are they going to do to you?
What are they doing? Literally nothing. Maybe Gigaton.
Maybe,
maybe Gigaton's in the ice type. I don't know. But now your Volbeat's dead. 2 more turns of Tailwind. That's all you have to worry about. You think you're gonna hit a special? You think you're gonna hit a special move into Avalugg?
No, you're not. You're not.
That playoff crit is tough, but the Fire Blast.
The missed Fire Blast is even tougher. Yeah.
Yeah. Gigaton's gonna erase that. Now Fire Blast is going to
do a lot and could kill.
Sash? Burn.
Yeah.
So real tough there.
Huge kill.
But Charizard gets to come in and not Torkoal.
Not yet, no.
Not yet.
Because we don't want to give the chlorophyll out to Scovillain. So weirdly enough, Avalugg's job here is now to stay alive.
Another lucky burn. Oh, Avalugg is here to live forever. It is now cursed
what
up,
is he
and
doing?
it's a ghost type, so it can't be Sacred Sworded.
Oh,
how does he kill this Avalugg? He can't.
He literally can't. It's already over. We're
probably knockoff from
You would think, right? I think that's the play you go for. No, fake out.
Well,
okay.
Now you're gonna. I don't know what you're gonna. Back power's just trying to boost up with you, but it's a 2-hit KO.
It is. Wow.
Playrock's gonna bounce off. Now it's a super 2-hit KO.
Oh, that's so gross.
Yeah.
So, like, if I'm JT, the one thing I'm thinking of is, wow, I did not target down Avalugg.
Yeah, he did not respect Avalugg enough in that game, and he got punished for it.
Yeah.
Avalugg got like what 3, 4 kills. Incredible.
At least, yeah. It did so much damage. It wasn't even funny.
Yeah.
If I have to put the playoff award on that thing, I'm just not gonna do it.
No. we have to have serious
congrats, you knocked the most mons. It was Avalugg. Maybe we just disband at that point.
Yeah. Dazzling stop the fake out, and now you get big heat waves.
Yeah, so remember how we were saying JT might need to prioritize keeping a special attacker alive, or the guy that can hit a big Gigaton hammer, and now they're
now they're both dead turn 2.
So
what is how is he gonna stop Avalugg once he turns into a ghost type?
Don't think it's. I just don't think it's possible. Yeah, like you gotta
after you heat wave. Whoa. Oh,
gross.
just a shellacking.
Jesus.
Like play it out, maybe DD. I don't know.
Yeah, I respect JT for playing this one out. But
you got it. Yeah, that's what you do. But
that could have been me. That could have been me on that side. I would have lost him afterwards either, but like, dude, like you or David for sure. But I'm just laughing at like, there really was a lot of matchup dependencies this playoffs, just due to draft and how many of us were making it. You
Yeah,
can see
in
which teams
discussions
struggle.
about playoffs during and after with JT, he was like, "Man, I really don't want to run into Hall. I don't think I can beat his speed." And yeah,
It's tough. You got to pick for 10 teams. It's
Mhm.
very. It might not be possible at all times to
yeah.
have a good game.
Some of the matchups are just going to be real tough.
And
Trick
interestingly enough,
Room.
JT, six
It's still
turns in
not
after
over,
losing
yeah,
4 of
right?
his moments is not done. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
somehow
over,
it's still not over.
which is
Um,
kind of insane. I
yeah,
mean, it definitely is just Hall taking his time playing it out, like making the right, slow,
right. So like
methodical play that
positioning
should
historical,
win.
not weatherballing there or not erupting there for some reason.
Just respecting the potential wide guard on Glade, for
Yeah,
sure.
probably.
I mean, I'm pretty sure at this point in the set, if Hall went back and actually watched the sets, he would have known it didn't have it.
Yeah,
But
maybe.
I'm
But in the
pretty
moment,
confident Hall did
it's
not
hard to.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, either he didn't watch it or he didn't remember it
Mhm.
in the moment, but does not need to because he's got a pretty locked-in game plan at this point. With at any point Avalon hitting the field, really,
Yeah, yeah. Avalon with the win con.
with the win con. So it was, just kind of safely making sure he took care of the threats.
Yeah. So
And yeah,
now
moving on to losers
losers
sem
finals,
or
fighting for
finals.
third. We're fighting for a second,
Fighting
I
for
guess.
second
Yeah.
or first or third.
Yep.
But you
So now
and
me, I was sitting here waiting for losers to go through.
exactly, it was a little bit of time for all those matches to catch up
Yeah,
to
it
you.
took a while. But here we are. I'm staring down the Sun team with my Rain team.
Which isn't, yeah, it's not a bad place to be. Let's be honest.
No, yeah, it could be worse. So I lead Rayloom, hoping to get a cheeky early
Little spore going.
yeah. But I get after you erupted after I turned the sun off. And put Thorkel to bed. What do I do here? Do I kill him? No, I didn't. I probably do.
53
No, I encore.
goes crazy.
Encore into after you.
Yeah, that's a great turn right there.
Yeah. Ruxious, but I'm a little better and I don't go for the
Oh, I
knock
was
punch on
really hoping
Dazzling.
you pinned that off on the other side just for fun. But does
No.
that get the kill? Oh,
Doesn't
I
get the kill. I
could've.
didn't get the fifth.
Could've.
Seed. So I am
Dang.
focus sash.
Yeah, it sounds like you got lucky to get 4 then even.
But
though
this is a pretty free hyper voice.
Yep.
And now
Very
I'm
free.
cooking a little bit. Trick Room is a bit annoying. Thorkel is asleep
But luckily, there is somebody who is not able to take advantage of that right now.
Yeah. That did a lot of damage.
Yeah, the British are pretty good at snapping.
But now Torkel's dead. Avalog is here. It's now very fast because we're in Trick Room and he's cursing up. And now I'm like, uh-oh. But never mind, I have Flash Cannon.
I was like, what-oh.
He wiped it a lot, even though I'm AV. Solar power.
Really good.
In the sun.
Free choice specs,
Yeah. But Hyper Voice into Pulse because Trick Room is still up.
Yeah, shout
Kind
out
of
to
Trick Room kind of coming back to bite him a little bit there at the end.
Exactly, yeah.
My team is quite slow. So I'm up game
one,
pretty decisively, so I'm feeling pretty good. Going into game 2, what do I do? I lead Mammothwine and Sylveon. I don't know what I was cooking.
So
I should. Why did I change my lead? I'll never know. Get a really lucky dodge. This Hyper Voice feels a little premature, but maybe I'm just maybe I'm just content to chip these guys. I know I'm sashed. I get burned, which really fucking sucks because that would have killed
Torkoal. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a tough
and so I Terra Blast there.
Hey, we take those though.
Trying to get some good damage on Zard. Doesn't pick up the kill, although it does have solar power. So.
Yeah, don't worry, solar power is gonna help you out. But now it's almost like, oh, I kind of wish it stayed alive. There's a Wilgit now. It's gonna do stuff.
Now CC is gonna kill. I turn the rain off. I'm still slower, of course. The chip does allow me to eat that eruption pretty well. Why'd I go into this guy in front of the CC guy? Oh, because I can do that, but it's not gonna kill.
Yeah, in front of the guy that has a focus
sash. It's focus sash. I think I forgot that, or maybe wasn't aware. I should have been aware.
Just a little bit.
And so should I have gone Breloom? Maybe.
I almost think you could have gone Milotic there. Would have been crazy, but
maybe. Me not falling for the dazzling switch in on knock punch, so I put in there. Fable will die.
No.
Will die to Scald, plus that. Trick Room goes up. Is admittedly annoying.
A problem, yeah.
But I can protect. I didn't double protect. Maybe I should have.
Would Breloom have been slower than Bruxish, though? That's the real question.
I
Because we
think I
know
would
it's a
have.
Trick Room Bruxish, so who knows how
I
slow
think
it is.
I don't know, maybe. I get the rain up. Um,
Kelly Torkoal, very nice.
yeah, yeah. Illumise lives the Helping Hand Psychic thing, which is pretty cool.
Mhm.
I Tailwind here, in Trick Room because there's nothing else I could do
Uh, yeah, right, because of the
because
Dazzling.
Dazzling. So
So as
fake,
much as it
fake
looks like,
Tears
oh,
would have been
where's
really
Fake
nice.
Tears?
Yeah,
But
Fake Tears would have been really nice to do. And so Scald here in rain doing a lot of damage. If I get a burn there, maybe I win. And then I had to fish for freeze, and I didn't get it. So
right,
drop game
yeah.
2, going to game 3, all on the line.
Let's see how you lead.
Well, how do I lead? I think I go back to Illumise Braylon. Yeah.
Solid.
So
Well,
I'm here
unfortunately, this
to
time
put
you
something
got
to
to play
bed.
around that follow me, which is a bit tough. Right.
Right. I'm content to put something to bed.
Wow, I'm a little surprised you didn't get follow me because it does have safety goggles.
I didn't think about that at all.
I think Hall might have just been attempting to save his Clefable another turn because those bullet seeds would kill if he got unlucky.
Yeah.
So a good heat wave
Mm-hmm.
here, but that bridge is getting strong.
Electroshot, but I'm being follow me. I should have.
And it's unaware, right? It's unaware.
It's
Oh
unaware,
no,
so it
the
doesn't
bridge
care.
shouldn't be here.
Yeah. So I'm taking these hits. The crit is a bummer. And he protects there because he's better than me. So he's getting a lot of plays right here. Gets the sun back up. These heat waves are gonna
And now it's
kill.
now it's gonna delete you. Yeah.
I
So
think I
bridge did not get to play the game.
yeah. So I gotta come back in, get the rain back up. And allows me to
Yeah,
kill
right here I
Torkoal.
thought, oh my
So I win
gosh,
the
the
Weather
Torkoal's
Ward.
dead. Is that the game? Like
Maybe it should have
losing your
been.
Weather Ward?
Tailwind gets to come up. I Ice Beam. I get a freeze.
65. Yeah,
And
huge
so
freeze.
God is smiling on me a bit. But he Trick Rooms on my Tailwind, which is I kind of expected, but getting the chip on Lilligan I think was fine.
Right.
Crit Scald Burn.
Play the
Again,
lottery. Play
everything's
the lottery.
yeah. Wave Crash does kill though in the rain.
Right,
Um,
yeah.
Still frozen. And so I go Loom.
Yeah, one more music after this, Corey. It's
Right.
paused up again. But yeah,
Um,
you go into Breloom, which is a little rough because there's still another turn of Trick Room.
yeah, and we were still in Tailwind. So yeah,
I
not
guess
sure what I was
here.
doing here. Why did I do that? I don't know.
Well, Breloom is almost there. Is a good enough sack, right? Except that you don't
No,
have anybody who can do enough damage to.
get another
Oh my
burn.
gosh, a burn. Well, now it's like.
Then I go
Wait,
Illumise here
where's Mamoswine?
instead of coming in Mamoswine and like killing things like I should have.
Yeah.
And so I'm really fumbling this endgame here, and this is where I really fumbled the endgame.
Yeah,
I
right
could
here,
have
yeah.
encored the Life Dew. Scald in the rain will
Charizard
kill
slot.
Charizard at any HP, and then
And
I
the only
wouldn't.
counterplay to that would have been getting a crit
And then
confuse
yeah,
hurricane
crit.
into Milotic that
No,
caused you to not hit
he
him.
would need a confuse, right?
Right.
Because the crit
Ooh.
doesn't kill.
Ooh,
But that crit also
ranges.
really fucking the crit didn't matter. That's right, didn't.
Yeah. So a tough miss on the Encore play there, because once again, I would have loved to goob on teams losing to Encore,
Yeah,
but
I forgot.
unfortunately we
I
don't get to
wasn't
see that.
locked in enough. Errors were
Yeah.
made.
End games are hard. I
And
feel like no matter
that
what
didn't
you're
kill
playing,
either. If that high
oh yeah,
horsepower killed,
maybe a
I won.
chance.
Should I? Why did I high horsepower? Shouldn't I have icicle crash?
I don't think it matters in that regard, right?
Wouldn't well, icicle crash is higher base power than high horsepower, is it not? Or is it
That's
not?
not true, actually.
Oh, it's not. 95 versus what? 85.
Mhm. I thought maybe you were thinking about fishing for a flinch,
No,
but
then I just need to get a kill.
exactly. So
So
a tough break.
yeah, a bit of a bummer
You
there.
got respect. I think you got a respectable third, but I know it's not what you wanted.
No.
But we do have to go watch what two other
Mm.
people want instead, which is the fight for Grands, the
Yeah,
championship, the
so now
trophy.
Hall clawed
That
all of his way
weeks of
through
playing.
losers, making it to Grands.
Yeah,
Team Taven
insane,
here.
right? Like actually the GOAT losers run.
Yeah.
No, I can't even think of a better one off the top of my head.
No, I mean you can't get any further than than from losers round 1 to Grand.
Right, so underdog story. Although not in seeding, Hall was respectfully high seeded, right? Like 3 seed or so.
Oh
Had a great regular
yeah.
season. people were very scared of this team. But
Mhm.
you know, it's tough when you fall that early. Have to face everybody who is possibly in that playoff slot.
Yeah.
But David having an easy run because he just walked up winner's side,
Yeah.
having to play maybe a third of the sets.
Right. Yeah.
But that's the power you get for not losing. So we see right
Mhm.
off the bat, Charizard dead,
Charizard
Volcarona
dead.
dead, Fire
Volcanine's
types are
dead.
going down.
Malamar's basically dead. After your eruption
Is going to
comes
delete it.
out, cleans
Yep.
him up.
And
If
we
I'm the
don't
bear
actually
there, I think
have
I don't know if I protect. I guess you have to be afraid of the CC, right?
exactly. You know, the bear is in such a bad spot until you get
Now he's
somebody
Encore
faster
didn't
in.
protect.
Right.
Um,
And then we
so
see
now
a Rock Slide, which is kind of a little strange because
no Leaf
it
Blade?
doesn't really do a whole lot.
Huh? No Leaf Blade on the Tauros.
Yeah.
And David not fearing it. Keep
Ooh.
the Moonblast. It doesn't die.
Ooh, a tough miss.
Yeah. Lucky
It does pick
dodge
up the kill on the
on
Flame, which
Rock
is
Slide,
very, very
but Sludge
important.
Bomb poison is a bummer. But Trick Room lets you get in your
Yeah,
dudes.
weirdly enough, maybe that poison wasn't the end of the world.
Uh,
Because here comes the
um,
sunless eruption.
yeah, and this Icicle Spear, does this kill? I don't
Oh, are we gonna see it kill?
know. Four,
Oh
five.
no.
Oh, tough.
Ooh.
Another Sludge Bomb poison. I hate losing
Very
Galar.
funny. Very funny. It actually made it stronger for a turn, but yes, it did.
I
Did hate
hate
that
Sludge.
shit.
I hate losing Galar. This
I know.
Pokemon
I
is
know.
dumb, and for
You
nerds,
want to replay that turn? You want to replay turn 8 again just to watch?
yeah, no. But
So we get the bear in the
they're
trick
in the
room house.
terrain, in the Trick Room, but
Yeah.
Torkold spamming Eruption. There's a lot still, and Bear's dead.
Yeah. No. I mean, what's it gonna do? It's up
Avalug's
against
getting
two
more
ridiculously
kills.
slow mons,
Yeah.
and leaving
Fireball
just
bringing
one
down the
little guy
Sash,
left,
Icicle
and it's just
Spear, and that's
not
going to
gonna
be
be
game
enough.
one.
No. No. You can't let him pick it up. No.
Avalug picking up so many kills, it's insane.
Yeah, Corey, throw the music on for us, the
Oh,
Grants.
right,
Give the
right.
people
No, you're right,
something
you're
hype. What we got here? Oh, abandoned ship. Oh, beautiful.
right.
Kind of right around there. Yeah, I'd say. Next replay.
There we go.
Perfect.
All right.
Thank you too. Very
Game
cool.
2. Leading out Strong Sun early.
Yeah,
David responding in kind with his Rock Slide.
Yeah, we see some very, very, very good spot for
But
Tauros
Air
to be in.
Slash,
It's
don't forget,
dead.
he does have a flying move.
He
Eruption,
doesn't
Big
have
Smoke,
to
taking a lot of
be
damage.
fire. Yeah. So David, really losing an important piece early in my opinion.
Yeah.
That Tauros is very important.
Oh, very unlucky Air Slash miss.
Yep. Don't
And
like to see
as a
that.
result, Left gets poisoned.
Woohoo!
God, I hate this Pokemon.
David is probably like every time he watches Clefable gets poisoned, he's probably popping off somewhere in the back, right?
Yeah.
Like he hates that mod. But
Yeah.
us, you know, it's tough seeing Sludge Bomb do so much quote like hacks. It's obviously a part of the game, but
No,
the fact that
I
Clefable's on
don't
a
like
huge timer now,
using because it turns my brain off.
it does.
Um,
And speaking of turning brain off, we finally got Malamar hitting
Malamar
Superpower, which
hitting
is I've been
Superpower
waiting for that
instead
all
of
the
Lunge.
playoffs.
Yeah.
It's Lunge.
But now it's dead.
Oh,
After your
yeah,
eruption is crazy.
will not save him from the special side of Hall's team.
Yeah.
And speaking of the special side of Hall's team, having to go up against two very, very strong guys right here.
Yeah. Leaf blading there, I guess on thinking Protect was coming out from Bear.
Yep.
But gets the read wrong, and now his slow guys are
Yeah,
not in Trick Room.
I don't always enjoy going for the big read like that
Yeah.
when it
Although
would
big
lose me
wide
the
guard.
game. Yeah, it's nice.
But
Got
Blood Moon
on to
accurately.
Torkoal, right?
No.
Right?
No. But you can just Earth
Huh?
Power and clean up.
Yeah, no, it's I think this actually was a roll.
Really?
It wasn't in the favor of Torkoal at all. But I do believe that it's a small chance that Torkoal does live that on
Wow.
standard numbers. So, because it's not boosted damage in any form.
I guess that's true.
So, but even so, you could protect in Blood Moon and I theoretically kill it.
Yeah.
If those numbers are working out in my head right. So, like it should get you that range. Either way.
Yeah, into game
Go on,
3.
game 3 here. Ooh, Leaf blading the Volcarona because you know it's gonna Terra goes kind of hard.
Yeah. Sludge Bomb, poison again.
Poisoned again. Get the counter.
God.
Get the counter up.
Kill this Mon. I don't want to see him ever again.
Do 5 push-ups for every Sludge Bomb poison. Get ripped.
Crit. This guy This is
It's
not an
crazy.
honest
He's
mod.
crazy. He might be playoff MVP just based on hacks alone.
I hate it.
But speaking of hacks, we got Warm Yogurt Drawer in here.
Warm
dodging
Yogurt
the
Drawer
rock
here,
slide.
dodging rock slides. Here to warm your yogurt.
I guess.
Gets burned. Moonblast doesn't
Should
pick up
still
this
kill
kill.
one of these two. Oh
Two,
my gosh.
three,
Oh
four.
my gosh.
Tough.
Oh my gosh. No.
Flyguard comes out because the thing is
Yeah,
blocked
finally
like a
saved a
rock
nice Flyguard,
slide.
though.
Cool.
But
Blood bomb comes in. On the warm yogurt drawer, not on Clef.
Well,
Questionable.
it's kind of weird that I know the Toro Stone is very scary, but I feel like Clefable just wanted to take out. Maybe it can't take out Weezing because
I
it's
don't
just
know
not
if it
strong
can.
enough to. At least doing decent numbers to the others. And very funny superpower lowering stats because of
Yeah.
Weezing Yalaur, so our
Funny.
good friend David even falling for his brain turning off then.
Yeah. Big wave crash. Life 2, heal him up.
Yeah, it's a cute life do there.
Spinning Force plus Hyper Voice. Probably gonna pick up 2 kills.
Actually-
Oh no, you're faster than the bear. But now
Tell me
Hyper
that
Voice can really kill.
yeah, tell me that wave crash only did 77. That's insane.
Bear's strong.
I gotta go look up that guy's defense. He's been living hits all playoffs that I feel like it shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But no sun
Maybe-
for you, Torkoal. You're gonna
maybe
have to just
bulky.
hit this hit this move without it.
Yeah.
Little heat wave is a treat.
That's fine. Now we're back in.
But now we're back. Yay.
for the legit.
Except maybe you don't want to be maybe you don't want to be back.
Yeah, David realizing that tries to go for the double protect for the solar power kill. Doesn't
Yeah,
get
really-
it. And so we have a bracket
Really
reset.
funny. Would have been a really funny game 3 if he got the double.
Hall's losers run still alive, and now he has knocked David into losers with him.
Exactly.
For a
2
winner take
games
all.
away.
2 games away.
2 wins away, I should say.
Yeah,
for either
2 wins
player
away.
now.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, we finally get the Bear and DD lead.
Yep. Bear
Um,
coming out early with the seed living quite
And
easily,
maybe
and now this
Hall
Blood
just
Moon or-
expecting
uh,
protect, trick room protect there.
maybe.
Gets hyper voice and loses a lot of damage early on.
Yeah. Heat-Wave
Oh, somebody signed a rock
Leaf
slide.
Blade
Oh, winner,
doesn't kill because of the
doesn't
Intimidate.
kill? Crazy. Toro's
Yeah.
MVP. I miss that guy every day.
The Taurus is pretty bulky, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not, I don't know. Rock
50 Blade's
Slide
not bad,
is
right?
protect against that. Blood Moon should come out here. Nope, it's not, it's dead.
It's dead. Gone.
Yeah,
Forever gone.
forever dead. Pressing wide guard forever, leaving this Tauros in because you can ignore it.
And I honestly
just
think that,
pressing the wave crash button.
as much as I say I think the, you win the game by just hitting wide guard here constantly, the guys left in the back aren't particularly good.
No, you lost your enabler in Lilligan, and you lost your trick room setter now. So Torkoal
So
can't
you do
go
have to-
crazy.
You do have to, at some point, stop clicking wide guard and just, get back to doing damage. Because right now you're in a terrible position for Weezing Gallagher.
Yeah, how do you beat using the wire?
But I'll tell you how. It's through the
it's-
power of Curse,
Terra Ghost Curse. Very funny.
which is so crazy.
It's real funny.
That's so cool, and I'm glad that out of all the texts that made it to playoffs, that one did get shown.
Yeah, another Sunstone Poison for the
Yep,
Steven
ooh,
Dragon
got him.
Home.
Keep him going. 5 more push-ups. I know your arms might be getting sore, but you can do it.
So now Weezing dies next turn, which is neat.
Yeah, no, it's good to see actually.
Yeah.
Like it was. Obviously, David wants to keep that
Mhm.
Tauros in the back alive, so we can't even afford
Yeah.
to switch out from the curse here.
Icicle Spear doing half the bulk.
Wow, yeah, that seems messed up.
Yeah,
That seems like it's more than it should be doing.
but it's looking like a rock slide. Rock slide.
Yep, rock slides
cleanup.
appear, and you just
Torkoal
gotta
is
kind of hope
moving.
that you dodge it if you're Torkoal, right?
Yeah,
you
you
can
gotta
win this
hope for
game
the
if you
dodge.
just
If you
dodge.
dodge, you win, right?
And spoiler alert.
Oh, but he lives.
Oh no, you don't live.
But so David getting unbelievably lucky,
it was 1 foot. No, it was the poison.
and the poisons, and the crits.
But it was a good end game from keeping that Tauros alive because honestly, that Tauros was sitting there for what 5 turns, just hitting Rock Slide into wide guard. Like it could have died at any of those turns.
It's
A
true.
little bit of that's on.
Yeah,
on
Hall thinking that he could take the opportunity just to kill the thing next to it. But like then you're also wasting your guy by pressing Y guard. So
yeah, no, you turned the game into a 1v1.
it's basically just you're playing
Hall's
singles,
team
yeah.
is really built around the court, the duos standing out there together. So, yeah, it's just playing Fortnite out there.
Logan getting whiffed early on is it's tough, but you still have after you. Eruption.
Oh yeah, no, the support side of that is still
Yeah.
available, and that's always nice.
Does Logan have sleep powder? Do we know this?
If I recall correctly, no.
Yeah. I'll probably
Which is pretty funny.
Press sleep powder on there.
Either way, we see 2 guys go down.
Yeah, Charizard down and Bruxish down this early is
yeah, kind of commits your game
Hall
plan to just these two.
just after you Eruption, which I mean there are worse game plans, but now it's banning points done. Womp.
Yeah, there's the side you don't want to see.
No trick room. What do you do? The bear is just gonna kill.
Oh, it's got hyper voices, right? Or blood moves.
And he's like, let me Terra Ghost, but bear does not care about ghost typing. He can hit them.
A tough Terra.
And so
I mean, at that point, you might as well Terra Fire Torkoal and just try to ship it out more, right? But yeah, seeing these two versus the guys on the field, it's not pretty.
And this is just a wrap, and so unfortunately our hero's journey does end here.
Ends at the hands of Psy Spam.
Yeah, it was a very impressive losers run, probably the most impressive we've ever seen. Maybe one of the most impressive we ever will see. But David is now crowned our season 12 champion, so congratulations, David.
Yeah, congrats.
We all made fun of you all season about not playing your games, but you showed up in playoffs. You kicked some ass. Malamar now has a ring. I know you're very excited about that.
I'm gonna secretly high five you on that one. No one's looking, okay? Yeah, I gotta say it's nothing but respect and props to everybody who played, and especially David.
No, this was a really good playoffs. One of our best. We had some really incredible close sets.
From a storytelling perspective, as we watched the games come out live, like it was fun as a spectator. I mean, yeah, we took a while on it, but all things considered, we had some good gaming.
For sure. Special shout out to Tim for making an amazing first playoffs performance. Me and the commissioner were washed, but
congratulations.
We'll be back next season.
Next season for the PL.
Go undefeated in the season and lose the playoffs again.
Well, it's a good thing our next season doesn't have playoffs, but we will be doing PRs for them. Is that right?
That's true. Up next, we will do. We're getting into our summer series, Sapa PL, Sapa Premier League, where we will be playing in teams versus each other in a rotating series of formats. Where I will be back doing weekly recaps with the commissioner and other guests each week. So keep your eyes, your ears peeled for that. And now that my audio problems are hopefully fixed forever,
please,
I won't have to do each PR multiple times.
Yeah, but just want to say, everybody that's still here, thank you so much for tuning in.
Thanks
Please enjoy the upcoming PLs. It will be nothing but a blast, I can assure you.
Like, subscribe, leave a comment. And
follow, share.
Share,
Drop $10 on the channel subscriptions that they now do on YouTube. The whole kit and caboodle. You guys can do it. I believe in you. Yeah, right?
All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.